Well, I hope everybody's ready.
Ready for what?
Ready for some distance nerding! Let's get it!
Distance nerding.
Tuesday, and you know what that means.
You are now watching and listening and tasting Distance Nerding, a part of the Comic Con Radio podcast family.
She's Frey Girl.
I am. And he's Fresh Prince Fourzze.
That right there is Sergeant Sexy Phil.
Sergeant Specialist Sexy Phil didn't make Sergeant. And he's the Jamez 5000. And
we're here to nerd together.
Okay.
That was
Nailed
actually
it.
Yay!
a while.
Nailed it
For
the
those-
120th time.
For
Very
those who missed it on Thursday, let me just say 3 words to those who've missed me. Fourzze is back from Philly. That's 3 words plus 2 more.
Oh,
That's
wait.
why he's the Fresh Prince of Fourzze.
Yeah.
Get it?
It's the I mean, I can do the song. I'm not going to though.
We don't want to.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Hey, we don't want Will Smith showing up to slap somebody. So let's just relax.
Probably me.
I'm just
Anybody, no,
gonna-
if he slaps anybody, let him slap James. It's okay.
I was gonna say
I'm
I'm
okay
just
with
gonna
that.
say James did this. This was James's idea.
I will
It's all
take that.
James's fault.
Hey, we're talking anything pop culture, movies, food, music, wrestling, Comic Cons, whatever you're nerding out on. We want to talk about it.
Guys,
And
you got to follow
Basically.
us. All the places. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, all at Distance Nerding. Guys, don't forget that you can write in and email us at distancenerding@aol.com. It
you
is.
know, I got
thing.
something to say about that.
Oh, yeah?
I've been hyping it up these last few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, go ahead and send us, it doesn't have to be good stuff. You can send us, your dirty laundry.
Yeah.
You can tell your favorite aunt she's really not your favorite aunt and her lemon bars suck. I mean, you could do whatever. But as far as I know, we haven't been getting anything.
You know what?
So-
And it is a little upsetting. We
Yeah.
have been getting something else on here, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. But ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what we got on deck this week.
on deck this week, we have the GEEKEND update.
Hold on to your helmets because this is the way to Gem State Comic Con.
Tales from the Thick.
The Galactic Showdown, Volume 1.
And Fourzze returns with some Fourzze Tech Talk.
Game on with Fourzze, or maybe off. We'll find out.
Lights, camera, reaction,
Go, go, DC Titans.
and oh my goodness, we are starting rumors.
Heat up your chimichangas. Are Deadpool and Loki about to cross over?
God, I hope
That's
so.
going to be the new romance of this century.
Oh, totally.
Oh,
It is.
or is
Yeah.
it the lomance?
No.
The download.
It's the romance. They're both bi and both really chaotic.
Actually, she's not wrong. Technically, Deadpool isn't bi; he's omnisexual, so
That's
he
what
took it a
he is,
step
omni,
further.
so
Yeah.
Hmm.
I didn't want to, I know he likes men and women. I also know he likes unicorns. So
And chimichangas.
Yes.
chimichangas.
The download.
Saving all the drama for your mama. And we got some drama, so say hi to your mother for me.
Say hi to your mother for me.
Hi, Mama.
The
How you
breakdown.
We foundling more cameos in The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4.
Let's go.
See what you did there.
Boo.
But before we do anything, of course,
But first,
let me get a shout out.
In fact, this episode is powered by Poddex. Shout out to Poddex. Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. If you're a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out poddex.com. Tons of great questions, tons of great conversation starters on there. Use code nerding10, get 10% off. Actually, we've been getting a lot of other podcasts following us on Instagram and saying, hey, love your stuff. It's been great. So if you're one of those new podcasters and we're just starting our conversation, the best thing we can do to help you start your podcast journey, go check out Poddex. It'll help you create extra content for your podcast and your show. So, hey, all you new podcasters out there, what's up to you? Make sure you use code nerding10 on poddex.com.
Absolutely. And also, we want to give a shout out to Dubby. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, sugar, fillers, artificial colors, or dyes, and it's keto friendly. Now, what makes Dubby different from other gaming supplements? Dubby's one of the few drinks that contains Neurofactor, a nootropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. You can find out more at www.dubby.gg. Utilize the code nerding10 for 10% off at your checkout. Master, you not in it this week? No, I'm not really feeling it, but you go ahead and get it. Oh, by the way, welcome back from Philly. Thanks. So, code nerding10 for 10% off at checkout. Don't forget, dubby.gg.
Oh my god.
Roshi needs some Dubby.
Roshi definitely needs some Dubby. Come on, Roshi.
Poor Roshi.
Give us some Dubby.
Wait,
All
this
right.
is how he gets them, isn't it?
This
He makes me feel sorry
this is
for
pretty
him.
much how I get
No.
my. I like my Dubby with my dubstep, and I'm just not feeling it tonight. However, young Phil, what combination are you putting together this evening?
I smoke my Dubby.
Master Roshi, I screwed up and I didn't get any of the things that I do need in order to make W tonight, so I can't make any W right now.
And that's what you get for not maintaining your trading.
Yeah, that
That's
happened.
shameful. All right, on with the show.
Ridiculous.
Oh,
Hey, so
good.
I have a little bit of something. We didn't put it in the thing because I forgot to tell you guys. I made the travel biscuits, the yellow travel biscuits.
From
Oh.
Mandalorian, yes.
Yes.
Brr, 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 brr.
I know. I got the recipe off StarWars.com.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so they
we
actually
made
have
it-
the recipes on the website.
Yeah, it's on the website.
Is
And
it just for the yellow, or did they put the blue ones on there too?
No, it's just the yellow. That's the only one I was looking for. So I didn't go, perusing. I just knew it was on there because on their Instagram they promoted it,
Right.
and so I made them with my son last night. And okay, this is the size they're supposed to be. Okay, 3 by 3. Can you see that? It's got powdered sugar on it and everything, right? 3 by 3. This is a big chunk of biscuit here. So I also made them in different sizes because I was like, Mom, I can't eat all that. So I made these little things, and my son put the little, oh, here it is. Oh, right there. That's his interpretation of the Empire's symbol. So I might
Stamping
be
the
munching
Imperial
on
symbol on
this. Huh?
Just stamping the Imperial symbol onto them.
Well, right. I mean, they would obviously do that, right? Oh, can
Yeah,
you guys
absolutely.
not hear me? Hold on.
I can hear you.
Okay. Van says he can't hear me.
What was the size they had in the show?
The 3 by 3 is what it. That's what. If you look at the actual biscuits, it's 3 by 3, and it's. I
That's
know why
crazy
they.
because when she opened up the little toolkit, they didn't look 3 by 3. They looked a lot smaller.
Yeah.
I thought they looked more like this size, or even like a little bit smaller than that. But you got to think about it. This is on camera, and it does make everything. It distorts everything. So I was like, no. Now that I know how to make them, I'm gonna fiddle with them and make them my own. But they're delicious. They're like a lemon shortbread with a little bit of rose water in them. They're like,
Oh, rosewater.
Delicious.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
Wish the
okay.
camera would distort my size.
I know, right?
they're real bougie. Let me tell you, they're bougie, but they're really good. We had some last night, and I had some with some tea. Very good with tea, which is very British, so that's probably why. But yeah, they're really good. It was easy to make. It was like
brisket.
right. It took about 10 minutes to do the dough, and then you let it set for 30 minutes, and then about 15 to 20 minutes to bake.
Interesting.
And you got yourself some yellow travel biscuits.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And I can't wait for you to send them to all of us because I
got to make some more because my family has already claimed all of them because they love them. So I'll make another batch and I'll get everybody's addresses. I'll send some out for you guys.
Can you make gluten-free versions for me and Mrs. Fourzze?
I don't know.
Can you
if I
add extra
can.
gluten in mine?
Take the gluten out of his and put it in your
James can have my gluten.
I don't know if I know it well enough to do that, but I will see what kind of gluten-free options I can manifest.
Yay.
If not, I will send you guys half of what I will send everybody else.
Yeah. Half the calories.
Is it
all
made
the
with like
little
regular
ones.
flour? Is it made with like regular flour?
Yeah, all-purpose flour.
Almond flour.
There's gluten-free flours that you can get.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah, I figured. I'm not.
Yeah, you just do it.
I will try my best to find something delicious and gluten-free for you guys.
Well, congratulations, Frey Girl, on cracking the recipe of the Mandalorian biscuits. That is the coolest freaking thing ever.
That is awesome.
Well, we were talking about, it's going to go to Galaxy's Edge and all this stuff. And then I was like, what the? I saw on Instagram that they had the recipe. And I was like, well, I'm going to be making these. So
it's going to Frey's kitchen first, bitches. Just letting you know.
Hopefully the Empire doesn't come for you.
And they are. But before the Empire comes, guys, we got some announcements here. It is time for the GEEKEND! Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, everybody.
Yay!
Check Comic-Con Radio. So comiccon-radio.com. Distance Nerding is partnering with Comic-Con Radio. This is awesome. We got 2 shows now. 2 shows up at Comic-Con Radio right now. I'm going to pop this into the chat so people can check it out. But we got our show. This show, the download is going to be on Comic-Con Radio. How awesome is that? But then our sister show, Comic Conversation, is already on Comic-Con Radio. So we go to the different cons, Gem State, Comic-Con, Powerhouse, Silver Age, all these different cons, LA Comic-Con, and we do some amazing interviews with celebs and voice actors and everybody, cosplayers. We need a place to put them. We're going to put them on a Comic-Con or Comic-Con Conversation. So make sure you check it out. And Philippe wants to say something.
No, I was scratching my back, but
okay, just checking. You had that look like you were concentrating. Yeah, Comic Conversation on Comic-Con Radio, and the link is in the chat.
Yeah, the chateau. Ladies and gentlemen, Gem State Comic-Con 2023. We're coming. It's coming. We are coming. 4 days, as Cam said in the chat. 4 days away from Gem State Comic-Con. Oh, if you're in the Idaho area, you guys need to be there. You need to make it there. If you're not in the Idaho area, you need to make your way to the Idaho area.
Get to the Idaho area.
Exactly.
Get to the Idaho area before they close the borders.
The longest running Comic-Con and pop culture convention in Idaho, Gem State Comic-Con, is an Idaho tradition and Idaho's official Comic-Con, April 1st and 2nd at Expo Idaho. Come meet celebs, check out panels from it's not Burton Gilliam anymore. Actually, they just changed it, so Burton Gilliam can't make it anymore from Blazing Saddles, but they ended up changing it out with somebody just as big, Daniel Logan.
Oh, it's
young
Logan.
Young Boba Fett is going to be there, right? Who also played Boba Fett in the series and the Clone Wars series He was young Boba Fett in the series too. But
That's
Daniel
pretty
Logan's
cool.
going to be there. Peter Kalamis, the voice of Goku, Rolf, Ed, and Eddie. Peter Costanza, who was
Robert Costanza.
Robert Costanza, Harvey Bullock from Batman, Andy McAfee, Jesse Flowers, Peter Chung, just so many different people who are going to be
David Chung.
David Chung. Do I keep saying Peter?
Yeah,
dude,
you
you've
keep
got-
calling everybody Peter.
I've got
Dude,
Peter Thomas on the brain
I
right
was
now.
gonna say you got Peter on the brain.
Yeah, I've
You got the Peter tingle.
I'm just exactly. I just can't stop thinking about Peter Columbus for some reason. I don't know what it is. Guys, let's not forget the OG Power Ranger baddie herself, Carla Perez, aka Rita Repulsa, is gonna be there.
Now this is the actress, not the voice actress, correct?
Correct. It is the body of Rita Repulsa, so not the voice, who was a completely different
How
voice.
dare you objectify her like that?
It
Sorry,
is
I
the-
couldn't even keep
She's
it
nothing
in
but
my
a
mouth.
body. No, I'm kidding.
No objections here.
But guys, check out gemstatecomiccon.com. Get tickets, special autograph packages, and all the details for the show. Completely worth it. I am excited. I mean, we're always excited because of all the people that we meet, but 10 times more with everyone that we're going to be meeting even more.
He's so excited. He's calling everyone Peter.
Exactly.
And everybody who's watching the show or will be watching the show tomorrow, please, everyone, pay attention to James's screen as he's showing off his very cool toy.
Yes, my
Yeah.
Daniel Logan autograph, Boba Fett. Thank you very much.
Get him, deed, for ya.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
mean,
been
Did you ask
authenticated.
him for a
Oh
little
yeah.
kiss?
I mean, I can go run
Did you
down.
ask him? Did you ask him for a little smooch?
Heck yeah.
Really?
I mean, I have the giant size 25th
works.
anniversary Boba Fett with
All
his.
right, we're not talking about that
Grab that
one.
one.
We're not talking about that one. Where's your Jesse Flower autograph?
My Jesse Flower actually is right here.
Oh, is his Peter Flower?
My Peter Flower.
Peter Flower.
Yeah, Peter Flower.
Flower. You know that I hear that's also gluten free.
It is gluten free. Peter Flower.
Yeah. Mm.
You guys are silly.
Freaking gluten-free.
Literally,
Oh.
everybody. Right before the show starts, we all go. All right, guys, let's not derail. Let's stay focused. And then
And then we derail immediately.
I said no
really
such
what they
thing.
say before I get on is, okay, who's gonna mind Jennifer tonight? Who's gonna be Frey?
No one's gonna mind Jennifer. That does not happen. At
I
all.
am not on Frey duty. I'm sorry.
Well, with that all being said,
we're
guys.
gonna be here for 8 hours. No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
definitely. With all the stuff we got to get through tonight. Whew, we're gonna be here all night. All right, ladies
Y'all
and
packed a
gentlemen,
pillow.
let's get into this.
who?
Who?
Yay.
Me. Who? That's
What?
who. Okay, me.
Why is Gamora?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with some tales from the thick.
Oh my.
Oh
goodness.
yes.
I
Oh,
don't think
yes.
I've been here from a Tales from the Thick. This
No,
is
this is
exciting
the first.
for me.
This is the first one ever.
Oh,
So
yay! I'm here for the first one.
this is a brand new segment. We have never done this one before. So to give you guys a little bit of context on what Tales from the Thick is, Aaron
Robin Thick, right?
Aaron Thick,
Not me.
Robin Thick. Aaron Thick got his hands on ChatGPT, and we were just messing around one day, and he decided, you know what? I want to make a story. I want to just like have ChatGPT write a story. And we just started like BSing, and he was like, okay, let's talk about space ninjas fighting pirates,
Mhm.
right? And things like that. And he went and started having chapters being written. And now we have a novel being written at this point.
Yeah, the premise is, hey, Chat GPT, write me an epic tale about an epic space ninja, pirates, and the smuggling and the fighting. Make sure to have everything, but the main character is an epic space ninja.
Oh my gosh.
That's
So-
awesome.
So ChatGPT came up with this, the Galactic Shadow. Chapter
Shadow.
1, The Void Whisperer.
As read by Fourzze. I'm gonna give this my best try, or we could just go paragraph by paragraph. It's up to y'all.
We can go paragraph by paragraph.
All right, then I'll get started. Here we go. You all ready?
So the premise is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and read through the whole thing. So we're gonna try not to derail as we're reading, and then we'll do thoughts at the end.
All right.
Okay.
Narrator
I
narrator
get to
voice
do some
1.
too, right?
Yes.
I want to do some.
Yes. No. We'll alternate. So every paragraph we'll switch off.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. So, Fair, first, am I coming through clearly?
Yep.
Yes.
You're good.
Good. Here we go.
Can you guys hear me better?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I turned your mic up.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Chapter 1: The Void Whisperer. The vast expanse of the universe stretched infinitely beyond imagination. Nebula danced in vibrant colors, while stars burned brightly in the inky void, their light scattered across the cosmos. In this boundless space there existed a delicate balance between order and chaos, a fragile dance of power that wove itself through the fabric of existence.
Ooh,
My
that's pretty
next?
good.
Who's
That's pretty.
next?
Yeah,
Am I
go for it. Go
next?
for it.
Wanna take
Okay.
that? Go for it, Fry.
Kazuki, an epic space ninja known as the Void Whisperer, sat in quiet meditation aboard the stealth cruiser Kurokage. Trained by the secretive order of the Shinin, he had mastered the art of manipulating the very essence of the cosmos, bending the shadows to his will. His unrivaled skill and cunning had made him a living legend among the denizens of the galaxy.
Ooh, I have goosebumps.
You want to take the next one, James?
No, go for it. You guys go for it.
His journey had brought him to the edge of the lawless sector. The dreaded pirates. The dreaded pirate haven known as the Astral Abyss. For years, this region had been a breeding ground for smuggling, treachery, and bloodshed. It was here that Kazuki would embark on his greatest mission yet, to infiltrate the ranks of the most notorious pirate crew, the Star Reavers, and dismantle their operations from within.
It's already
ahead.
awesome.
Go Force.
As the Kurokage drifted silently through space, Kazuki's thoughts were interrupted by a soft beep from the cruiser's communication console. The time had come. He opened his eyes and exhaled, his breath dispersing like smoke in the dimly lit cockpit. The Shinin's mission was clear, but Kazuki couldn't help but feel the weight of uncertainty bearing down upon him.
Oh my God. Should we pause here for like a quick second?
Yes.
Okay, what's up?
Dude, this story is awesome. I'm so down.
Did you not read this when he sent it the first time?
Oh my God, this is so fun.
I want to go back and read this and like record it and put, like little space sound effects and like a little freeware soundtrack to it and everything.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Chat GPT write us a story, and then we'll just all act it out. All right, you guys do it.
Story time.
I'll just take the credit for it, but
So-
I'll let you guys do it.
James now understands why I wanted to read this on the show. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
because I read this and I was like, this is amazing.
Jeez. All right, who's next?
Frank.
I'll go.
Well, hold on. So let's see. We're about to get to some dialogue. So we need a master. We
Mhm.
need Kazuki.
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 Anybody else we need? I think that's it right now.
Right
That's
now,
it.
Master and Kazuki.
I'll be Master Shiro.
All right, then I guess I'll take Kazuki.
Okay.
Oh, I like it. It's good.
Kazuki? Or Kazuke?
Kazuki.
Okay. Look. I am your master. If I call you Kazuki, you're gonna. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I was doing character. And okay. All right. So we said Kazuki.
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 Kazuke. Now I can't say it right.
The emphasis is on the ka. So Kazuki.
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 Kazuke. The voice of Master Shiro, his mentor and leader of the Shinin, crackled through the console. I trust you are prepared for the challenges that lie ahead.
Yes, Master Shiro. Kazuki responded, his voice his voice steady despite the uncertainty brewing within him.
Remember, you must navigate this world of pirates and smugglers with caution. Your identity as a space ninja must remain concealed at all costs. The balance of the galaxy depends on your success.
Kazuki bowed his head. I understand, Master. I will not fail.
As the communication line went silent, Kazuki steeled himself for the treacherous path ahead. He knew that the pirates of the astral abyss were ruthless, cunning, and without honor. In order to survive, he would have to walk the fine line between his ninja code and the ruthless ways of the pirates.
Frey.
Oh, is it me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Kazuki was not without allies. On the fringes of the astral abyss, he had forged an uneasy alliance with a motley crew of mercenaries, rogues, and outcasts, each with their own motivations for seeking the downfall of the Star Reavers. Together, they would brave the dark corners of the galaxy, facing danger and betrayal at every turn.
Kazuki felt the Kurokage's engines roar to life beneath him, its cloaking systems rendering the ship nearly invisible to the naked eye. As he plotted a course deep into the astral abyss, the weight of his responsibility settled on his shoulders like an invisible cloak. He was a shadow in the void, a silent guardian, ready to restore order to a lawless realm. Now watch this!
And so, the Void Whisperer's epic journey began. His path shrouded in darkness and mystery, his destiny intertwined with the fate of the galaxy teetering on the edge of oblivion.
Now watch this, Phil. This could be done with the Dragon Ball Z announcer. You ready?
Oh, God, do it.
And so, the Void Whisperer's epic journey began. His path shrouded in darkness and mystery. His destiny intertwined with the fate of the galaxy, teetering on the edge of oblivion. Next time on Tales of the THICCC.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, man. Okay, so I need your guys' initial reactions on this. Like, just what do you guys think of this? Given that this is a human being did not write this.
Well, first I want to cry because, I do know how to write. I'm okay at it. So and this makes me upset. But I want to see it unfold. I want to see how it does all the beats. This is just the beginning, you know, and absolutely. It's like, I'm pretty sure almost everybody knows how to write a beginning. It's when you get into the meat and guts of it, and then you get to the end. That's where we're going to test this AI's capability.
Because if it fails, we're going to finish the story ourselves.
Right?
Yeah, if it fails, we're going to act it out every single week just because it's amazing right now.
James, what are your thoughts?
I liked it, and I'm glad you were here for all the Japanese names, so thank you very much.
Welcome.
But I think it's fun. I think it's going to lead somewhere. I mean, it's just a page.
Is that your hot take?
Yeah, it's my
lead somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna lead into the void.
it's gonna go somewhere.
That's what I was gonna get to. Is that I don't know how we broke this up, but it was a chapter 1. Not much happened in it, So it would have been nice if there was some kind of conflict or something, some kind of tension happening. But I think it's fun. I think it'll lead somewhere.
I hope so.
I think it's amazing. And it's either going to go one of two ways. It's going to be really, really fantastic, or it's going to be so bad that everyone's going to love it. There's no in between.
It does pick up a little bit in chapter 2. So just to give you guys a little preview, chapter 2 is a little bit longer, but it's called Outlaws and Allies.
Sweet.
Okay. So,
I mean, the naming game on this AI is
right.
Like,
Chef's kiss.
Yes.
Galactic Shadow.
Right.
Phil, what are your thoughts?
I think it's amazing. I honestly, when I read this, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it is. I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit like weird and wonky and have like a kind of just weird like patterns to it. But I mean, like this 100% feels like somebody wrote this.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't human. That was a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like it's so far the whole concept and the world building is very creative. There's not much that's happening, but again, this first chapter is just nothing but establishment, right? So it's just doing nothing but establishing what the world is. And again, I love this operatic space opera kind of stuff where you don't you don't get like full explanations on everything. You're kind of just thrown into the to everything, and it's like, here are these pirates, and here's the Shinin, and like all these different organizations that exist within this world that we don't have any backstory for, but we probably will get later.
Fourzze, what do
Yeah.
you think?
I mean, aside from a couple of words in there that they use that I would leave out, it was remarkably written. I just had a lot of fun acting it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it was fun.
That's why we should do like a bunch of different ones of these. That'd be fun, right?
Yeah, just do little treatments.
We'll do a whole series, a Chat GPT series.
And there's other stuff too. Like he had Chat GPT write out a Batman movie idea, like a Batman movie treatment with Luis Guzman as the Joker.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I mean that's for another episode, but I mean, like, again,
That's awesome.
yeah, this is the future of what this segment could be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All
So-
right.
Absolutely.
being
I think
said-
it'll be fun.
I absolutely. So this
And
is
to
this,
celebrate, I have a poem. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Written by Chat GPT.
written by
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
I just had Chat GPT.
I had Chat GPT write me a story. Write me a poem.
Now I'm sleepy.
So with this being said, again, we will return to Tales from the Thick next week.
Yay.
And go into the next
Yay.
chapter. So let's go ahead and move on.
I hope there's a sassy girl in it so I can be all sassy.
There we go. That being
Not that I'm
said,
not anyway, but
let's move in to Fourzze's tech talk.
Oh, baby.
Hey,
Oh.
before you get into this, I'll be right back. Somebody's at the door and it's freaking me out that they're waiting. But I'll be right back.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right, so Fourzze, if you want to give us a little bit of a premise here on what's going on.
Okie dokie. So earlier on today, there was a Nintendo Direct. It was not very long. It was maybe 13, 14 minutes. And it was a reveal on some gameplay on the new Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Primarily what they wanted to show today were the new game mechanics and initial reactions. And you're gonna see on the screen. I mean, for those of you watching visually our cast here, you're gonna see visually here what I'm talking about as the devs are playing the game. So what's going on in Tears of the Kingdom is that Link's adventure is going to take place not only on the ground, but there are new sky islands to be basically adventure through. So you're going to have like all of Hyrule on the ground and lots of Hyrule in the sky, which, is a very nice throwback to Skyward Sword. If you guys are familiar with that one or played it, if you're a Zelda fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So initial reactions to the gameplay of this were not so favorable for me. In the Distance Nerdington post earlier today, I said I would be destroying this trailer, and that's exactly what I intend to do. So let me start by saying that Nintendo has had close to 6 years to make a new Zelda game. 6 years. And as you can see on the screen, first and foremost, we are still playing with a 8-year-old Switch, which is still running on a very simple Tegra processor. There's no hardware updates, which means the new Zelda is built on the same engine. Typically, when we get a new Zelda, we have a new console to celebrate it on, and we do not this time. Number two, we are still in the realm of Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was not particularly my favorite of the installments. It wasn't terrible, but at the same time, it is a major, major departure from a traditional Zelda franchise. A lot of people saw this as a good thing. Many of us saw it as a bad thing. The community was divided. The biggest gripe I have with this game is that it is built on a system of what's called fusion. What you have available is literally everything in the world can be bonded. So, as an example, and you're going to see it here in the video in a minute, Link can take something as simple as a branch, and through the magic of fusion, he can bond it with a stone, creating a huge, much more powerful mallet. Now, this goes for just about everything in the game. So, for example, if you want to make a raft, you can take 3 logs, bond them together, move them to the water, and use it as a raft. You can exploit weaknesses, travel options, and everything through the game utilizing this fusion system. My bet is that as you progress through the game, Nintendo is definitely going to make it apparent that all paths lead to the same goal. A lot of emphasis is going to be on creativity. Now, it goes without saying that if you do a search on Breath of the Wild in YouTube, you're going to find countless amounts of players just getting creative with Link and his tools from the first game. For example, defying gravity, making platforms fly halfway across Hyrule with Link on the back of it, infiltrating Ganon's fortress early in the game by using these tools. And the developers, clearly, as you can see here, are capitalizing on the creativity of those older players. Now the players, and again, no offense to the players who want to get creative, the game's emphasis seems to be heavily weighed upon the creativity of the player. So a lot of challenges that you're going to be presented with, for example, maybe fighting an enemy from a distance by combining 2 or 3 poles and spears and pitchforks to make a longer spear so you don't get hit, or creating something crazy like an aircraft out of your wind magic in combination with platforms to get yourself in the air without having to waste magic. All of this is, again, solely based upon how creative you want to get with the fusion system. I believe.
So
I believe. Give me one sec. I believe that in the 6 years that Nintendo has had to give us a new Zelda, we haven't seen new story yet, but to remain in the Breath of the Wild kingdom and to give us content like this, which in all honesty should have been nothing more than DLC content for the first Breath of the Wild. I feel like we've lost time. I feel like resources and time has been wasted. We could have had a new story in a new world, which was integrated with a traditional formula of 8 dungeons, and for the love of God, weapons that don't break. The biggest gripe I've ever had with Breath of the Wild and its universe is that everything you swing is breakable. And not gonna lie, that's a bunch of crap. I don't expect things to be unbreakable, but having a sword break when you hit a monster 4 times, I don't buy it. And this particular installment, with the integration of now being able to combine literally everything in the game to form a weapon or armor or vehicle of some sort, it just feels like the largest departure from what Legend of Zelda is supposed to be. Honestly, if I were to give this any title, this is Zelda Maker. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's Zelda Maker. You are in a 3D open world, and you are building your stuff to succeed. And that's not Zelda. It's not Zelda. So I'm gonna buy the game. I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna go through it. Maybe the story is super, super strong. Maybe there'll be some really cool things that you can do that will seem, like it belongs in the Zelda universe. But this does not feel like Zelda to me, and it's unfortunate because fans of the series typically have to wait between 4 and 6 years for a new game, and we waited 6 years for this, and I'm excruciatingly disappointed. wanted a new art style. I wanted some dungeons, and we got Zelda Maker. So I'm
At
happy.
least it wasn't a Zelda Royale, like a like a
Oh, God.
battle royale Zelda.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, at the same time, this isn't Zelda to me. I'm sorry. If I'm going to put my tacos on the table, initial reaction to this game, now that I'm seeing it for what it truly is, it's gonna be 3 pieces of the Triforce out of 10 penance required to get the Master Sword.
Ooh.
Sorry, not sorry.
I didn't understand anything you said, so that's
Okay.
okay.
But
Phil?
still gonna do it. So that's cool.
He's review bombing it before it comes out.
Oh,
Absolutely.
no. How dare you, Variety?
But yeah, you're right. It does look completely different. Like, what is he doing right now? He's building like
He's building a boat.
a hovercraft.
He's using the fusion tool to build a boat. I mean, it's
Looks
Zelda
like he
Maker.
killed Groot.
Ouch.
So, and a lot of people that, and from the comments that I've read today, not just from Nintendo of America, but Nintendo of the UK, this is a very, very favored format. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of players are very happy with this, and I'm happy for them. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying it's not for me. This is not what I play Zelda for. I play Zelda for Link versus Ganon, not boat building with Link. It's just what it is.
That makes sense.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say it reminds like a Minecraft.
But the thing is,
It's
like,
like
where
Minecraft Zelda. So
where I'm seeing it though is it adds. It's gonna add a different dimension to your puzzle solving, to just figuring out dungeons. It's not gonna be just find this item and that's it. It's gonna be you have to build certain things in order to get past a certain area of the dungeon. Like I see it as not just creativity, but like also making it more challenging, because if you make a game the same as what it was before, then you're essentially not putting enough challenge in the game to kind of make it something different than what was there before. And it's kind of like you can make it what it was before, but I mean, I think what they're going for is like I said is making it more challenging than it ever was.
I see where you're going with this,
Mhm.
but today's generation of gamers, people who are between the ages of probably 12 and 22, I don't consider people like who play games now to be game players. They're rule exploiters.
Fourzze's bringing out all the
No,
opinions
I'm
tonight,
serious.
yeah.
No, I'm absolutely serious. This is not about rising to a challenge. This is about exploitation. Nintendo has given people a major ability to seriously exploit the tools that are available to Link in this game. Now, if people think, like for example, you just saw him go through the ceiling and pop up through a floor. That's called ascend. And people are already online talking about how they're going to cheat the system. They're going to teleport, and they're going to use these different vehicles and all this other crap. Like they haven't even seen the other tools of the game, and they're already talking exploitation. And games are not meant to be exploited. Games are meant to be experienced for fun, not how do we create loopholes to supersede the rules of the game. So that's.
But I mean, I can tell you right now, and Graveyard is ghosting right now, but I mean, Graveyard can tell you too. Destiny is a good example of a game where you have a lot of challenges, a lot of puzzles and things like that. Dude, we find ways to cheese the game all the time.
And that's a shame.
No, but the thing is that no cheese that you do in the game is gonna change the outcome of the end goal or anything like that. Like the cheeses that I would do would be like there is a there's a certain there's a certain patrol where, like, you know, if and they change and they fix this sense, but I mean, like, there was a not really a hack, but like there was a glitch where, you know, you get on an elevator, you go up and you have to go floor by floor and kill everything, right? But you have to wait on the elevator and it takes forever. I found a cheese where if I jumped under the elevator, like as it goes up, if I just waited and then jumped under the elevator, it teleports me to the top of the elevator shaft, so I didn't have to wait, you know, for this elevator to go. It skipped like 2 or 3 enemies that really weren't worth anything and went straight to the to not the boss, but like the kind of the thing the thing that I had to kill in order to get the elevator up again. So it made it so we could get through that level faster, but it didn't do anything where it completely made it to where I was like cheating the game. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. So, like cheeses in Destiny happen like that all the time. Where there was like a glitch where if you jumped on a certain part of a bridge, you can open up a chest from the raid and you can get raid gear by accident. You know, things like that. And
yeah,
you know, it's like small cheese. Like I said, like cheeses are have never been anything where it's like exploit it and it changes the outcome of the entire game. It's more of like, okay, here's something that's long and pointless that I don't want to wait through, or I don't want to wait to do, and you use a certain cheese to like get through that part quicker to get to the next obstacle, so you can get through that next obstacle. Those glitches never got you through actual obstacles in the game.
Right. Well, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom comes out in May, but unfortunately these tears are for the kingdom.
Oh, that's so good.
That was good.
Good tagline.
Moving on.
That was good. All right, guys, let's move on. It is now time to get into some rumors
Or
Yay.
some reactions.
Or some reactions, yeah.
Sorry, wrong segment.
No, that's perfect.
It is
So I
like
just
camera
realized-
reaction.
You're the only one
eating
that's
the
not-
cookie.
Mhm.
It kind of reminds me, remember the McDonald's land cookies that they had a long time ago?
Oh God, yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah. But you remember that? It's kind of got that. It's that kind of flavor of a taste.
So almost
to
like a
let you
hair
know.
cookie.
Are you eating on the show right now?
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
jealous.
yeah.
Yes,
You
yes. He's judging.
obviously haven't been watching me because I've been eating this whole time, just like little
James,
bits of it. So.
James will judge you the entire time. All right, guys, let's
I'm
get
just
into the
jealous.
trailer. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers once and forever.
It's morphin' time.
Oh, it's morphin' time for sure. Once and always. Sorry, I put that wrong. Once and always will be available to stream on Netflix starting April 19th. So this is coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right, you heard Phil right here. Mighty Morphin Peter Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Peter Rangers. All right, Peter.
Rest in Peter, my friends.
Rest in peace.
Peter.
Peter. Okay. So, Peter. Okay, so let's watch this trailer, guys.
Hey, just showed a freaking trailer.
Austin St. John.
That's not Austin St. John. Oh no, Austin St. John is huge, bro.
That dude was pretty ripped though.
That was Rocky from season 2.
Yeah. There you go.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm into this. I didn't know I needed this, but I think I need this.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really cool, and I think it's going to be a nice way to kind of send off JDF.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't in this though, right?
No, he was not. This was made after he passed.
Well, no, it was Amy Jo Johnson put out a statement just recently why she wasn't in it, and she said it was filmed before JDF died.
I wonder why he wasn't in it. He wasn't cast then.
And she said
maybe he's just like secret.
Well, no, she also said that he had his reasons for not wanting to be on that.
Oh,
because they didn't want to be geriatric Power Rangers.
JDF was still kicking ass. I'm sorry, JDF was up until like a few years ago, he was still doing MMA. So I mean, like that dude was still in impeccable shape.
Uh-oh. I think I hit a button on Phil.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for you to figure that out. Young Phil is a hardcore White Ranger fan.
I am
hardcore.
A big JDF fan.
Are they teenagers anymore?
No,
Phil?
obviously not.
So geriatric Power Rangers does not imply that they don't know how to kick people's ass. It just means that they're older Power Rangers.
Geriatrics.
And
you know they're like our age, right?
It.
No, they're not. They're older than me. I'm 42. David Yost is like 50.
Is Dave? I think David Yost is that old. JDF, he was in his late 40s.
JDF was 48.
Yeah.
David Yost is 50. I think Walter Jones is 49. I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, these guys. Oh, okay. There, right there. Yost is 54.
54. Holy crap. Oh, yes. And throwing that out there, we're gonna talk about like hardcore Ranger fans. Right, Knight of Oa, giant 54. Ranger fan.
Yep.
When he was on the show, he talked about how big of a Ranger fan he is.
Wasn't Yost wasn't he like here in the Sacramento area, like working at a pizza place, like in the
Yes, he 2000s? Was. Yes. So people didn't. I guess nobody realized that it was him, and somebody was like, "What? Aren't you David Yost?" And he's like, yeah."
Right. Like he didn't want to be like known at all. Like didn't want to be Hollywood. He's just like, just want to make pizza.
I've met Walter Jones a few times now. That dude has so much energy. It's ridiculous, man. Like
he doesn't even look his age. He doesn't.
I saw him at Stockton Con 2 years ago, and he was dancing the whole time. Like he basically had a boombox and he was just
look,
dancing.
Guys. 50 is not that old anymore. Okay, I mean it's not. I'm just saying that they're older. I didn't realize that my little quip was gonna upset Pickle Phil so much.
Triggered.
He is triggered. Oh my god!
Not that old.
He is Rita repulsed by your opinions on this.
They're not that old. That's actually that was a good one, James. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. That was.
There you go. Steve Cardenas is 48. So. But seriously, like the makeup that they used, like the stuff they had them do on camera, they don't look their age. They don't. They just
no, and they probably don't look their age.
They're in remarkably good shape. Yeah. Shit, I mean, they're in better shape than me. I need to get into shape like that so I can.
And that's obviously not them in costume because they look like people in their 20s.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't care, man. They came back. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to it.
It will be a lot of fun, and it will be what the fans want, and that's the only thing that's
fan service. Give me some fan service.
Right? Mm-hmm. So based on the trailer, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, James.
I was just gonna say, like, they're honoring who's it, Trini?
Yes,
who passed away in real life. So I'm kind of into this. That's fun.
It's interesting how they're going to explain how Trini had a daughter, because weren't they all like still in high school?
Not now.
No, but I mean when Trini supposedly died in the show, like wasn't she still in high school? So like, yeah,
no, she wasn't.
Power Rangers are people too. They might make bad decisions. We don't know.
Don't read into it too much.
Well, she never died in the show. She's supposed to die here.
Gotcha. Okay. So, what are you guys' ratings on the trailer itself? Like on a scale of 0 to 10, how much do you want to watch the actual movie?
Ooh,
you want me to go first? I want to go first because it'll really upset probably all of you. So
go
first.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to be triggered. Go for it.
I'm gonna say 5. Amy Jo Johnson not coming back for the movies out of
10 geriatric
triggered Phil.
Oh God. Got
There
it.
you go.
Right on, Matt. I appreciate that, man.
5 is still pretty good.
Yeah, Matt in the chat saying that he thinks what they're doing is she died in that special,
Mm.
and Matt also gave it a 12.
He gave it a 10, and then he bumped it up to a 12.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, it probably has +2 charisma on saving rolls. So
There you go. Force, give it up.
I am
What do you
going to
got?
give this 9 Dinomorph coins out of 10 Ninja Zords.
Yeah,
I like it. That's
dig it.
good.
I dig it. James, what do you give it?
I didn't really think about this until like seeing the trailer. Now that I've seen the trailer and I'm excited for it, I want to give this like 8 Megazords. Were there 8 Megazords? Out of yeah, screw you too. Out of 10 out of 10 putties.
Oh, there you go. Jen, your husband is like comic relief without being comic relief. It's great.
I know.
I can't tell if he's cussing at the game or cussing at us.
He's cussing at the game for sure.
Okay.
You know what?
Gotcha.
You playing Apex right now?
Yeah. And I usually am in the other room and he'll say like, fuck me or something like that. and if I'm feeling real sassy, I'll go, well, come on in here, big boy, or something like that. Because I know he's talking about the game. And then later he'll be like, honey, were you talking to me? And I'm like, nope. I don't know what
You're like, not anymore.
You had
That
your
was 3
chance,
hours
sucker.
ago. That was
Mr.
3
Chance
hours
there,
ago.
Apex man.
Oh man. I'm gonna give this 9 daggers that summon Dinozords out of 10 Robo Ritas.
Ooh, all right. You got a month. It's coming in a month.
Yep.
Well,
it's 2 weeks, man.
after 10,030 years, she's finally free. It's time to conquer Earth.
10,000 years. Okay, I can't do it.
What? Got a crick in the neck.
9 Green Rangers out of 10 White Rangers.
Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Tom.
Thomas is our Kyber Cave faithful.
Thomas is a Power Rangers fan. Look at him. I bet he's a big Ranger fan or a Green Ranger
Dude.
fan.
So really quick.
Mhm.
Out of them all, who is everybody's favorite Ranger? Mine was the White Ranger. Out of them all, mine was the White Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
who's
I've already said the White Ranger was also my favorite.
Yeah.
yes.
Now, specifically because I did like him as the Green Ranger and the Dragon Zord was cool and whatnot, but I was all about that White Tiger. The Tiger Zord was so badass. I was
Saba.
Saba. I have a Saba. I've got a White Ranger behind me. I've got the Bandai Black Edition White Ranger action figure.
Which is the one where he played the flute?
That's season 1.
The Green Ranger?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that guy. That was pretty good. But I feel like I'm supposed to like Trini because she's the Asian Ranger, but I was kind of partial to, and I kind of identified with Yost because he was kind of nerdy. He wore glasses, I wore glasses, so I'm like, maybe I'm the nerdy Ranger, but then I wanted to be cool, like the Black Ranger, like Walter Jones.
Yeah. What I know Tommy was the Red Ranger in one series. Was it Zeo or which one was he?
Zeo.
It was Zeo that he was the Red Ranger. Yeah.
God, he's been in like so many seasons.
Yeah, he's been 5 different Rangers.
He's been the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, the Red Zeo Ranger, the Black Dino Thunder Ranger, and Lord Draken.
Ooh.
Oh, and the Red Turbo Ranger, but I don't acknowledge that.
All right there. Thomas confirmed Zeo and Turbo. He was the Red Ranger.
Thomas coming straight with the knowledge. Should have had him on here.
So that being said, let's jump into this next trailer here. Titans season 4. So season 4 is already underway. This is for the second half of the season.
Damn it. I
hiatus.
can't watch this. I haven't watched the season yet. No, never
Yeah.
mind. I'm just gonna watch it. I already know what happens because I read all the comics.
And this is the finale of the series.
Yes. So this is the
Yeah.
entire series finale.
I forgot it was that Brother Blood was like the big bad this season. And
It's funny because Brother Blood was a big bad on Arrow too.
yeah, but like but I forgot because like I really loved the Brother Blood storylines because they were really good.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, man, we should watch those. So yeah. Anyway, go for
It's
it.
the guy from Vampire Diaries, right? Like the
Yeah.
one of the baddies.
Yeah, no, I just like I know all of the storylines. Like, yeah. So
All right, so let's go ahead and turn on this trailer here.
sorry. That wasn't very positive, was it? I just know them all. I really know when they changed her hair to white because in the comics she still had dark
This
hair.
guy's black hair. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the thing. I was like, okay, look, I understand you're kind of going a little more anime with her and everything. Just leave her hair the same. Or put white like streaks in it or something like Rogue, you know? But
Mm.
you don't have to go all white because it does. It clearly is a wig and you can tell it's a wig.
I mean, she's basically a cosplayer on the show.
Yeah. And you know, I the actress that plays her as Raven, I think she's doing a fantastic job because it's a really hard character to play.
Mhm.
She's really like Raven is so sometimes she's childlike, sometimes
That's
she's
so
very mature,
Raven,
and so-
right? You know,
right. That's so Raven. But yeah, so Raven was one of my favorites. I liked all the female characters. I liked all the characters on the new Teen Titans. So, which is what this is based off of.
So what are you gonna rate it?
Me? Maybe I
Yeah.
should go last
Okay,
because
I'll go
do
first.
some. I'll do some obscure thing probably. So I'll go last.
I'm excited for this. I'm sad it's ending. This is one of the reasons why I got DC Universe app, back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it's coming to an end, but it is what it is. Like it's moving forward. And honestly, I wanted to see more about it. There's a little too much drama happening, but I dig it. Like I want to see more from Starfire. I think she's getting underutilized through all this. But I give this 8 Beast Boys out of 10 Robins.
Okay.
That timing was perfect. I'm sorry.
That was a disappointed cry.
He goes out of 10 Robins. God damn it.
No, we got like 3 Robins.
All right, Forrest, what do you give it?
I'm not 100% caught up with the current season yet. There's a lot going on here, but just from the trailer alone, I'm going to give this one. Until I see more and get caught up. Let's go with 7 Titan Towers out of 10 Brother Bloods.
Brother Blood.
Brother Blood.
Maybe that's why this show isn't continuing. Like people like it, but they're not clamoring for it. Like
Right.
it's not super in demand, even for some hardcore fans like yourself.
Well, it could also be that. Well, it's a double-edged sword with the real hardcore fans because I have to really, really suspend my disbelief and go, okay, they're going to change things. They're going to change things about this. You're just going to have to accept that. And
Kind of how I am with all the CW stuff, or with all the stuff that because this, I mean, it's not CW, but it's within that same universe.
it's CW adjacent.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I everything CW, I have to like watch for. Okay, just know that everything's going to be completely different, and nothing's going to be exactly what it is. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think that's fair because it was never on CW.
but it's part of the same CW verse though. Like
They did use it when they did the Crisis of Infinite Earths.
They
did
did.
show
For
Right.
like
for
2
a little
seconds.
bit, yeah.
but then the other
But I mean,
it's
it's
also
still
made by the
Berlanti.
It's
Berlanti.
Warner
Berlanti.
Brothers.
it's a
Yeah.
Greg Berlanti show, so it's
Remember the initial thing with this series, like the first line that they said in the trailers was "fuck Batman."
Fuck
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, there are things that the TV shows did incredibly well. I love our Barry Allen, and I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. The current Lois Lane we have on Superman and Lois is the greatest Lois Lane I have ever in my life seen on screen, ever. Period.
I
Point
find
blank.
her a little
There's
whiny
never
and
been a better
bossy,
Lois Lane.
but I
She's
think
perfect.
that's Lois.
wow.
wow. Like I said,
Wow.
I mean, it's you have that Greg Berlanti touch, right? That things are not going to be exactly what they are in the comics because he has to change certain things in order to make
It's
so.
his signature.
Yeah.
It's at this point. No, and I mean, but it's a hard line to toe. And so when it comes to like characters that I mean, these are the characters that got me into comic books. Like that's how important they are to me. And I just I'm really careful. Like we watched the first season. I was like, okay, all right. I understand why they made the changes. I got it. Okay. A good interpretation. And then we went to the second season and I was like, why the fuck did they do that with Ravager? And put me off a little bit, but I still understood because I understood they changed Tara to Ravager in that story. And I understood where that story was going. So that's what happened. And that's when Dick Grayson became Nightwing and wasn't Robin anymore, which was that Judas contract, which happens to be my favorite storyline ever in all of comics. Yeah.
Really good
And
storyline.
yeah, so I and they and so I was a little put off by that. And
Shout out to George Perez and Marv Wolfman.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there.
Rest in Peter, George Perez. Rest in Peter. But so feels a little behind tonight.
It took me a second to realize you guys were making the Peter joke.
Yep. Well, gotta be quick with them. All right. Quick Peter. It's a quick Peter. All right. So, but yeah, it's a love-hate with me. I have to go into it in a certain mindset in order to be able to suspend my disbelief and not try to throw things at the TV at certain times. But
I gotcha.
That being said, I will give this 8 Gamorrean warriors out of 10 Titans West Coast people. I was going to name them all, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that.
People.
All
right, who's left?
Titans West. There's a Titans West.
Yeah. I'm going to give this, just based on the trailer again, 9 Daughters of Trigon out of 10 obscure Bat Family characters that show up on this show. As well as a Bruce Wayne that is heavily trying to suppress his Scottish accent.
Right. You know what? I love Ian Glenn as Batman. I didn't think I would, and I love him as Batman. The way he's playing him and everything, I just love it. I mean, with how he's playing off Brendan Waits.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because I think he is a perfect Nightwing.
There's very
really
much,
good.
and with Glenn, there's a very very much you get that mentor. You get that mentor feeling from Bruce, but you also get like very much a accusatory feeling from him.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that Bruce is hurt that Dick leaves, but at the same time, he's just kind of
proud of him,
and he's proud of him.
Y'all got to get caught up, and then let us know what you think about the show. It's a good show. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's like It was Wonder Woman. When I went to see the first Wonder Woman, I didn't normally, my husband and I talk about the movies afterwards, or, oh, what did you like about it? What was your favorite thing? And so I was completely silent on the subject for 24 hours because it impacted me that much.
Right.
And there were so many expectations going into it, and it's the same with the Titans. So I have to be really careful when I watch it, because if I'm upset or annoyed at all, I'll just be like, fuck it all, and I'm not doing this anymore. So
all right,
I want to
you get in a good headspace and then watch it.
Right.
So real quick
before
we move on, because we do have to move on. Just I need a yay or nay on Wonder Girl, whether you liked her or not.
I did. I liked her.
Yeah.
I thought she was
like
really
Donna?
good. Yeah, I really did.
Extremely good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, that's all I wanted. So let's move on. It's time to start some rumors.
I don't know where to get it.
Over the weekend, it was revealed longtime Marvel executive Victoria Alonso left the company after nearly 2 decades overseeing the outfit's post-production efforts. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. Interesting.
So now it's being reported that Alonso was fired by Disney. We're going to talk about all the firings and layoffs later. But Disney fired her, or Disney Studios co-chairman Alan Bergman let her go over the weekend. Ouch.
Ouch.
Wow.
But what's going to happen after that, the trickle effect after that, is some of the production houses projects may be delayed as a result. So we may not get as many shows as we're thinking about. They'll probably like not lose any dates for the movies, but the shows may be getting delayed.
Right.
So
Sorry.
they can fire Victoria, but they won't fire Kathleen. Okay. I'm good.
Well, we're not done yet, so we shall see. We shall see. So, same report from Variety that the Marvel's 2023 slate may be tweaked a little. So, throwing it to you all. So instead of 5 shows, we may get 3 or 4 shows to Disney Plus. So the 5 shows in question are Secret Invasion, which we just got a date for, so it's probably not that. Loki season 2, What If season 2,
Which half of that's already been done, so I wouldn't see them delaying that.
What If season 2, hold on, X-Men 97 Fourzze.
X-Men 97's been done for months now. That's not getting a change.
Yeah.
So I think the one, so I'm kind of agreeing with y'all, but I think the one that's going to get pushed may be Ironheart.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ironheart and
Actually
Secret Invasion, I
think-
can see that happening.
What
Secret
if
Invasion's got a date though, so we'll talk about that
Secret
later.
Invasion? Yeah, it's got a date. It's coming out this year. But I think What If and Ironheart are probably going to be pushed. I think the other 3 are in the can already, so I think that they can put them out whenever they need to. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. More Marvel news. Sounds like everybody's tacos on the table that Ironheart is the one.
Ironheart, yeah.
I think it's gonna be Ironheart.
I'm saying tacos on the table for Ironheart, and then putting additional tacos on the table for the What If. I really think What If season 2 will be 2024.
Angry
That's
Dog.
what I'm saying. Holla. Speaking of Marvel,
That's her saying, come on.
tacos on the table. Deadpool 3. So the rumor is that we're going to get a crossover between Deadpool and Loki. What do you guys think about this?
I think it's going to happen. It makes sense because Deadpool's already been messing with time. Like the end of the last movie was him going in time and messing with stuff, killing himself, killing the other version of Deadpool, cleaning up the timelines, and then in the deleted scene, murdering Hitler. So I mean, like murdering Hitler is a baby. So I think that the TVA is definitely going to come after him and just be like, look, you're messing with way too much stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to see the romance between Loki and Deadpool. That's what I'm in for.
I think Jen should read this segment as Miss Minutes. I'm just putting it out there.
With I thought we already read it. Did we not?
I
Read it?
mean, I know I was too late to it, but
Oh,
damn, it would have
okay.
been cool.
You could do the end part.
The Jeff Snyder part.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah. I'll do that. According to Jeff Snyder, the Time Variance Authority, Agent Mobius, Mr. Owen Wilson, and Miss Minutes, Miss Tara Strong, from Loki will appear in the third Daredevil movie to
Daredevil.
combat. I'm sorry,
Peter.
you know what? I
In the
have
third Peter
Charlie
movie?
Cox on the brain
Yeah.
all the time. He lives
And-
rent free in my head.
In the third
Alright.
Peter movie.
Yeah.
Yes, third Peter movie. the dead Peter movie. From Loki will appear in the third Deadpool movie to combat the Merc with the mouth.
I love you so
What
much.
if that's it? What if that's the baddies?
I think at some point, if that happens, Wade is gonna make a horny joke.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
think
are you
Wade's
horny?
gonna be like, "Hey, Miss Minutes, I think maybe we should be going somewhere." And she'll be like, "Oh my goodness, Mr. Deadpool, what are you doing?"
No, it's okay. But my friends call me Mr. Pool. It's fine. Just
She'll be like, "If you want, I'll let you touch my unicorn." And she'll be like, "Oh, stop
Okay,
it!"
and tacos on the table.
I would be the first person in Marvel in the Marvel universe to fuck a clock, and that's what's gonna happen. Just-
Okay,
You will
tacos are on the table.
Totally do that.
No clocks
James
on the
is-
table, please.
James is desperately trying to move the show forward.
I'm gonna put a clock on the table, and I'm gonna fuck that clock.
Okay, everybody lift up your tacos. It's from the table. It's
My
getting
tacos
gross.
are on the table. This is 100% happening.
You would
Everyone
put your
get
tacos on
Phil
the table
away
after
from the
that.
table.
Just because this is the smartest way that you can get Deadpool into this universe is
Yeah.
why would you not have Wade messing with like Fox and Disney and all those different universes and going in between everything, and then the time that the TVA being like, dude, you need to stop, and he's just like, no, who the fuck are you, and just mess with them. It makes
So-
sense.
Gotcha.
You want to hear my impromptu theory that I just came up?
You
in
better
my
be
brain
quick.
right now?
I'm trying to move forward.
Okay, it's gonna be quick.
Said that with
don't
justice.
I don't think they're gonna be after Wade Wilson for what we think they're gonna be after. I think they're gonna try to recruit him to the TVA
There you go. I like
because
it.
he's taking care of all of the loose ends of himself. So
He's the
they
mark
don't
going
have
to the different timelines. I
Yeah.
like
Who's
that. That's very
messing?
good.
Who's messing with time and dimensions up to this point? Loki, Kang, Wanda,
Wade.
and Wade. That's
Yeah.
4 different people screwing with time and dimensions.
And
I
it's
hear ya.
all Barry Allen's fault.
It is Barry's fault.
Either that, and before we move on, either that, or we're gonna get a rough version of Deadpool kills.
hmm
Mm.
But I just think it'd be funny if they were trying to recruit him and he thinks they're after him. And so he keeps trying to get away. And they're just like, dude, we just wanted to give you our card. Come on.
That like Deadpool kills.
Wow.
If they go the route of Deadpool
Wow.
kills, then it's basically like he goes and murders a bunch of people, and the idea is he realizes that he's in a universe that doesn't matter, and that they're just going to be alive in another universe.
Speaking of murder, the Indiana Jones TV series
Segue.
is getting
the segue.
axed at Disney Plus. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot they announced it that they were gonna do a Indiana Jones spin-off series.
Right.
Like a younger Indiana Jones
Yeah.
series.
Yeah. I'm going to say I'm okay with this. They can
Me too.
cancel away.
I like
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, and I'm hoping the new one brings back that nostalgia from like Raiders, you know?
Yeah. I love Indiana Jones. I'm not saying I don't. I don't think I need a spinoff series at this time.
Gotcha.
I mean, would it be Alden Ehrenreich as Indiana Jones?
I mean, it could have been. It could have been. That would have been kind of cool. So the series was to be a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark and focus on Indy's unseen mentor, Abner Ravenwood, an Egyptologist and archaeologist who is dead by the time the first film events happened in 1936. So it probably would have been like a Abner, Raiders of the Lost Abner or whatever. So
Abner saves the day.
yeah, exactly.
The Adventures of Abner.
Abner wins.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Oh well.
The
Oh well.
Perils
I'll let
of
it go.
Abner. I could keep going on.
We're gonna not let you go on.
Okay, let's move on.
You know what's funny is like I say all that, but then like I didn't watch the National Treasure show.
I
And
watched
feel
half of it, and I mean it was good up to that point. I just never finished it.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah, see?
I'm okay with not watching National Treasure.
okay. So we're not broken up. Tacos on the table. No Indiana Jones spinoff.
I'm gonna put ambivalent tacos on the table.
Mm.
They're not good, they're not bad, and they judge you slightly.
Goodness.
That's the
I don't
ambivalent
like my tacos judging me.
That's why they're not on the table that much.
My tacos judge me later.
You poop them out.
I'm
I
putting my
think we all got
tacos.
that. I don't think we needed you to say that.
I'm putting my tacos on the table on top of a Clorox wipe because Phil did some nasty stuff on that table. So we're gonna move away from rumors.
Yeah, I fuck a clock on that table.
James is trying to poison himself because Phil said he was gonna fuck a clock.
Yes,
I'd rather have the Clorox taco.
This is why Dubby doesn't want anything to do with us.
or do they?
And why Poddex just doesn't care. They're like, just do whatever you want.
All right, guys. So that's all we have for rumors this week. Let's get into some news because now it is time
For the download. Flying guy is so funny. He's like, yeah, rainbows.
He's like, oh my god,
Rose.
are you a unicorn? Is that your butt?
I keep thinking that's like Thor, and then the keyboard and monitor are his hammer, but it's not.
No.
It's like the internet. It's like the magic of the internet is what's happening right now.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right,
Speaking of magic.
let's get to it.
All right, this first story. This story wants all the smoke, according to Hollywood.
Want all the smoke, man.
According to the Hollywood Reporter, Cheech and Chong are getting a biopic from Hidden Pictures. I'm kind of into this.
So when I first read this, I thought it said they were getting a hidden biopic. And I was like, what?
They might lose it, man. They might lose it.
It's just like, what?
So what's going on, man? Is they're gonna make a biopic about us, and what's gonna happen is we're just gonna smoke a bunch of pot, and we're not gonna know where the fuck we are, man. Yeah, I mean the problem is like we're just trying to smoke some weed, man.
Here's the thing. How much is their tolerance? How much do you think they have to smoke?
It's in
to
their
get
blood.
high now. I mean,
It's in their blood. Tommy Chong is high all the time. Like I don't think you ever see Tommy Chong without him being just shit out of his mind. Like
Someone read the quick hit, please.
No date when Cheech and Chong biopic will light up in theaters. All right, moving on.
You want to get high, man? Yeah, I want to get high, man.
All right, check it out. I have a sequel to last week's story.
A
So
squeakquel.
a sequel. The Star Wars film project that Damon Lindelof left after writing like the first draft. We have
I
a new
heard he
writer.
stormed out like a little bitch. That's what Graveyard said.
Wow, jeez, people got feelings about David Lindelof.
Dang.
And you
Afraid
got,
with the kid gloves coming off.
Last
you
week
got
about
some
David
potty
Lindelof.
mouths.
He
Jeez.
was so salty. I'm spreading the salt. I'm sorry.
I would say
Graveyard,
that
was for you.
You know, the salty gravy has spilled over from last week.
I know
Just
those
putting it out.
travel biscuits are salty.
Jeez, I'm
It's the
crow.
sugar. I don't have a lot of sugar anymore since I stopped drinking soda, and now when I have sugar, I'm like a maniac. Sorry.
Maniac.
All right, so who's that writer?
Stephen Knight, who's best known for Peaky Blinders and Eastern Promises.
Is that the same Stephen Knight that did Buffy?
I don't know. You're gonna have to look that up.
I've
get
never
back
heard
to
of
us?
any of this. I feel kind of bad.
You don't know
I'm
Peaky
gonna-
Blinders?
No,
Oh, dude, you have to watch Peaky Blinders on Netflix. It is.
I
so
have to
good.
watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it is so good. think Sons of Anarchy, but in like 1917 London.
Interesting. Interesting.
It's really good. I haven't watched a lot of it. All
Those
I've
would be some
watched
angry
of it,
horse
it's
carriages.
really good. And Cillian Murphy or Killian
Killian.
Killian Murphy. He is so good in it.
Mhm.
And it has
Alright.
all of these stars like in it that when they were in it were just getting ready to hit stardom. So it's like you
Gotcha.
see all these different people.
So
in it.
wait, hold on. What did you think of the
It was-
storyline?
It was good. It was really
Okay, cool.
No, and that's the thing is I'm excited to see what he's going to do with Star Wars. It'll be he's a good writer because he went 4 seasons with Peaky Blinders and it was great. Like the entire series was really good. So
Cool. All right. The story that Lindelof was developing was the set after the events of Rise of Skywalker, but not a continuation of Skywalker saga. So kind of like the Mandalorian, right? It's not really
like just in
connected to
a
the
character
Star
that
Wars
lives
Skywalker
in the
saga.
universe.
Oh, yes, the freak it is. But I'm not going to elaborate. Just go. Keep going.
Production on the film is scheduled to start shooting in February of 2024, and the film is set to still be released December of 2025.
interesting.
Goodness.
All right.
They're staying on that timeline even though they haven't even like finished writing it.
They
Whatever.
got a new director or a new writer, so we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, in Who You Gonna Call news,
By the way, it's not the same Stephen Knight.
not the same, different night,
Different night. Go ahead.
different day, different night. As the sequel for Ghostbusters Afterlife starts production, we just learned Patton Oswalt and Kumail Nanjiani are joining the cast, along with comedian James Acaster and Emily Allen Lind are all part of the new film.
Nice.
Okay.
That's awesome.
right.
James Acaster, that will be amazing.
Yeah. Well, Patton Oswalt and Kumail Nanjiani are just like killing everything that they're in right now. So I'm
Oh yeah.
excited to see what they're gonna do. Like Kumail Nanjiani keeps popping up in everything, and you're not expecting it, so it's great.
Mhm. Oh yeah. They just need to get Patton Oswalt into Star Wars somehow, and then he can have his forever prophesized crossover between the Star Wars universe and the MCU.
Right.
Yeah. So
There you go.
yay.
Let me see. The film has been previously described as the next chapter in the Spengler family story. It will officially be heading back to New York City and is expected to take place in the Firehouse headquarters that has been featured in the first 2 Ghostbuster films.
Awesome. Very,
I'm
very
so
good.
glad they decided to make it about this like Spengler family, like
Right.
to
Mhm.
keep
Yeah,
that
totally.
alive. I thought that the first sequel, the first after the Afterlife one, I just thought that was adorable. I thought it was just so heartwarming, such in the vein of the first movie. It was really a great movie, I thought, all around.
And I love that Ernie Hudson is basically their sugar daddy at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I just love it.
Winston Zedmore. So it's also revealed that Ernie Hudson, has a decent sized role in the film. Let's see. Reitman previously shared the character of Winston Zedmore, and Zedmore Industries figures strongly into the future of Ghostbusters. So
Going into the
Sweet.
Ghostbuster core, like they're
Yeah.
really getting into the Ghostbuster core, which has been something that has been mentioned in the past, but never actually been done. So it's gonna be interesting to see that they actually kind of pursue that Ghostbuster core thing, where they like branch out and have like different Ghostbuster units
Yeah.
across the universe.
international Ghostbusters. kind of thing.
Exactly, right. So I love the idea of that. Again, that's why I said Ernie Hudson's basically their sugar daddy because he bought the
Firehouse, right? Yeah.
The Peter House. Yes.
the Peter
All
House.
right. Let's get into some news.
Yeah.
Do we need to put our tacos on the table for that one?
No.
I think
No.
we're good.
No, I'm
I think-
confident
Just eat your
in it.
tacos. Don't
I
touch
think
them.
we're-
Don't put them on the table.
Sometimes
We need
it feels like we're living in an alternate universe. Justin Roiland's life recently blew up after domestic abuse. Okay, I can't do that as Morty the entire
Yeah,
time.
I need to turn my volume down on my headphones.
Right. I was like, is Phil having a stroke?
No,
Did we say
Justin
Peter too
Roiland's
many
life
times for
recently
him?
blew up after domestic abuse allegations were made against him and his ex-girlfriend. And while he was facing felony charges for an incident that took place in 2020, Adult Swim dropped him from Rick and Morty, and Hulu dropped him from Solar Opposites and Koala Man.
Ouch.
Those charges against him were recently dropped, and for the first time since all of this has happened, Roiland broke his silence. So Roiland said, I have always known that these claims were false, and I have never had any doubt that this day would come. I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed, but at the same time, I'm still deeply shaken by the horrible lies that were reported about me during the process. Most of all, I'm disappointed that so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts, based solely on the word of an embittered ex trying to bypass due process and have me canceled. That may have succeeded, even partially, is shameful. However, now that the legal case has ended, I'm determined to move forward and focus on my creative projects and restoring my good name. While those charges have been dropped, all the details of Roiland's inappropriate workplace behavior surfaced online from several people that have worked with him over the years, and it all sounds bizarre and chaotic. Like, it really does sound crazy.
Did
It
he
sounds
get
like
Amber
maybe
Hearded?
it would be a Rick and Morty episode.
And
Yeah.
you know what? I could see them writing this into Rick and Morty. I can see
Yeah.
them writing an episode of this into Rick and Morty.
I could totally see that. I mean,
The
they
other-
have a space baby.
The other thing I'd like to point out is what he says right here. He says, based solely on the word of an embittered ex. No, folks. This people were not judging him solely based on what this chick said. They based it on what she said and the fact that this dude records drunk.
Yes.
And when you record, when you're on the clock, when you are being paid to be at the workplace and you're intoxicated, I don't care if it makes for a better shot or a better scene or whatever. You're freaking intoxicated and you're drinking on the clock. And if you're drinking on the clock and you're drunk recording, then I'm sorry, your decisions are in question. I'm holding his decision making in question.
I kind of believe more around what people have said about like his behavior, his workplace behavior, because I mean, multiple people have kind of like corroborated, and it wasn't just one person. Like the charges that he got put up, that his ex put up against him, were fucking heinous. Because like they were, you know, like one of them was false imprisonment, one of them was like, you know, a lot of it was like,
she what now? False
serious
imprisonment?
stuff. Yeah, like a lot of the
goodness,
stuff
okay.
that she accused him of was very serious. Now, I don't know what to believe on that. I mean, you know, a lot of times it could just be that he got off because there was lack of sufficient evidence. What I do believe 100% is that he is inappropriate at work.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Well, if he's drinking, he's probably
It's
he's
not just
loose,
drinking.
and nobody else is. It's like
Yeah, it's not just the drinking though. It's a lot of it is just, if you look at the way the characters are written, if you look at the way that they write their characters on the shows and everything like that, I can 100% believe that a guy that comes up with the stuff that is on their show is kind of a inappropriate dick at work.
Yeah.
So what do you think happens to him now in regards to Rick and Morty, Koala Man, all those shows?
I think he goes back. Honestly, I think he gets him back because he's not because the allegations are dropped. I'm not going to say untrue, but they've been dropped, and legally he's not, you know, in trouble or anything like that. So the only reason that they dropped him was because he had, you know, these cases going on and these allegations. Now that those allegations are all dropped, I don't see them not allowing, especially because they said that he had been recording from home anyways.
Yeah.
What do you think, Fourzze?
I mean, call me a pessimist, but if he's given the shows back, I think it's going to give him. I think it's going to give him a big head, and I think he's going to start believing that he's untouchable because he's Rick.
And more.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've seen the behind the scenes stuff with him. I've seen the interviews. I've seen the stories. I mean, I agree with Phil. I think while at work, he's probably excruciatingly unprofessional. I'm not going to go on record and say the guy's a douchebag, but I will say that You know, I know the behavior that comes from drinking, and if all this stuff is dropped completely, and he gets all that work back, he's going to feel as if he's untouchable, and it's going to be reflective in his behavior in the weeks and months to come. Bet on it.
Right.
I
I
think
wonder
it'll
if there's-
depend on the fans if he gets the stuff back or not.
Oh,
If
I'm
they're
going to tell you right
accepting
now,
of it, then yeah, he'll get it
as
back.
a
But if they're
voice
not, he won't.
as a voice actor, fans, nothing pisses fans off more than when you change a beloved voice of a character out.
No, and I get that, but I'm just saying that there's a lot of other underlying factors to this, and not just, hey, we're just changing this character. I mean, even if it was found that he was innocent, it doesn't mean that he's not a predator. It doesn't mean that he's
Right.
not doing something else. And so that's a different level.
The
'Cause
thing is
they're-
that the fans were behind him, though. So I mean, that's the whole thing.
yeah, and I get
Yeah.
that, but there's also a big contingent of females who like a lot, like those three shows. Like, I love Rick and Morty, I love Solar Opposites, and I don't know. And there are also a lot of women who have experienced SA, so I mean, so it can change a lot. So really,
Mhm.
I think it'll depend on that. But to be honest with you, if they found a different person that did the voice well, I'd be okay with that. If he comes back, I'd be okay with that. I'm not, he's not convicted of anything.
Right.
So I'm not
Right.
gonna, we don't know exactly what happened between those two people. And we won't ever know that.
Let me answer the.
because
Go ahead.
We won't ever know that because we don't know what the motivations of the person that did it, the ex, and we don't know what the situation was that he was in, and we don't know what had happened in their personal life because we're not privy to that. So we won't ever truly know exactly what happened. And so I'm just like, whatever.
To answer the question directly before we moved on, because nerd question right here: what happens to Royland now? My belief, my tacos on the table concerning this. What happens to him now? The fans will demand more seasons, and they will want the original voice actor in place, and they will place more importance on what they want versus what could potentially go wrong in the future. So, what happens to him? This is going to get swept under the rug slowly, and things are just gonna continue and move on.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't think the story's over.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Not by a long shot.
All right, let's keep going. In
Yep.
what the Funko news,
Careful,
I
buddy.
know, right? Just less than a year after acquiring the high-end poster business Mondo, Funko has shut it down and unceremoniously laid off several employees, which includes Mondo co-founders Mitch Putnam and Rob Jones, as well as Mondo senior creative director Eric Garza. Ouch.
Ow.
I didn't know they were making high-end posters for
posters?
things, but
That
I never
maybe
saw 'em-
this is why they shut down the
yeah.
business.
Well, we know Funko's had some issues with
Yeah.
money and whatnot, and I think things are shifting in the market. But they also shut down the lab, which was a division created for cutting edge experiences and products. The lab was run by Mondo co-founder Rob Jones, who was also laid off. Oh my goodness!
Just like laid off everybody big at Mondo.
Yeah,
I wonder if it has something to do with it being in Texas.
why? Yeah. By the way,
Well-
it's Mondo's based in Texas.
Yeah, it's in Austin. And well, I just because like there's so many things going on in Texas, like restrictive things to people. Not to get political, but I'm gonna get political here for a minute. Because they're restricting certain rights of people of a gender, and also rights of people who want to become another gender. So I think this, I mean, I don't know if it is, it may be the excuse that they're using. But I know like a lot of there are a lot of companies that are like, fine, then I won't be in your state. I won't do this. And this may be the consequence of actions that the state did.
I'm so lost.
Possibly.
I am so lost.
They restrict women's rights.
No. I understand. I understand
Okay,
what you were saying, but I'm just trying to connect that with
if Mondo's
with
in
Mondo.
Austin, Texas, and they shut that part down, then Pop Funko Pop. Then Funko is not paying into the Texas economy.
Yeah, but if that were the case, if that were the case, then they would just move Mondo to to Oregon, where they're based out of, or to California.
Washington.
Well, it could
Washington.
be it.
Sorry,
It could be cheaper to just shut it down than it is to move it. So,
Yeah,
I'm
honestly,
just saying that could be part of the reason. I'm not saying that's the whole reason, but I
think it's mainly has to do with Funko hitting some cash problems. I mean, they spent $14 million on buying Mondo last year. And then, we had that story a couple weeks ago about them, like they had to throw $36 million worth of product away because it would cost too much money to store it. So they just like threw it away. Like Funko's having some
decision making.
Yeah, Funko's having some issues.
Maybe the plastic's gone to their head.
Maybe. The black
don't
light
do
pops.
a giveaway or anything. That wouldn't. No,
I know.
Let's not do that.
Hand them out to hospitals and whatnot.
You could just give them the disconcerting. We can give them away at shows. Just
right. There we go.
I know.
Crazy. Promote your company.
All right, so we're gonna get into some controversial news right now.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, I'm probably not gonna comment on this.
Yeah. Someone get this man a time stone. This is a heavy one. A day after being arrested because of a domestic violence incident in New York, Jonathan Majors has received multiple charges stemming from an alleged assault. During an arraignment on Sunday, Majors was charged with assault in the third degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the third degree, 1 count of aggravated assault in the second degree, and 1 count of harassment in the second degree. According to the two-way statement released by the New York Police Department on Saturday, Majors... Oops, sorry. The screen just jumped on me. Majors was arrested after the incident allegedly left an unarmed victim with injuries to her face and neck.
Damn.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and this is a quote. So let me throw that out there before people think this is what I'm saying.
It's from his lawyer or something.
Right. Jonathan Majors is completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with a woman he knows. Criminal defense lawyer Priya Chaudhry said in a statement via Variety, "We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped immediately." Chaudhry added, "Unfortunately, this incident came about because this woman was having an emotional crisis for which she was taken to a hospital yesterday. The NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations, and this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested. We expect these charges to be dropped soon." So this is kind of hard to kind of grasp, because it's not because he's like the biggest thing out there right now, and it's not like I don't believe that this could have happened, but it's like, wow, it's definitely not something that you expect to happen, from a major actor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Majors, he's Creed 3, right?
Yeah.
Creed 3, he's
Kang
the Conqueror,
Lovecraft Country.
I mean, the dude, he's one of the biggest actors out right now. Like, the dude has such a huge following right now. It's kind of a big deal that this is happening.
And he seems like a very kind person, just in the interviews I've seen, and people like Paul Rudd genuinely likes him and stuff. So it's just there's a lot of stuff and a lot of emotions in this. So
dude,
it's so hard.
This is nuts. So he's charged with assault, attempted assault, and aggravated harassment, but he's completely innocent and the victim of an altercation. Like, okay, I need details on that.
Yeah, it's so nuts. So I thought it was interesting, and maybe this is just lawyers being lawyers, you know. But that what did his lawyer say? The NYPD is required to make an arrest in these situations, and this is the only reason Mr. Majors was arrested. Interesting.
So why wasn't she arrested?
I think it's saying that she was. I think because what it
She
said,
was sent to the hospital,
Right,
and
it
is
said that-
under observation.
yeah, it's saying that she had an emotional, or the lawyer said that she was having an emotional crisis and she was taken to a hospital. And it's kind of, I don't know if that means that they saw marks on her, you know, like because what it said that she had something on her neck and on her face, right? Like she had injuries on her face and neck. So like they see this, and she said, and you know, they asked her, hey, what happened, and she said, you know, something happened with Jonathan Majors, and now they're arresting him with on that.
Well, he called 911.
He's the one that called 911.
Oh, he did. I
I-
didn't even know that
Yeah,
part.
I think was it People that reported that? I don't know. I read a couple of articles on it
Mm.
over the weekend,
Yeah,
and
it's
he
crazy.
was the one that called 911.
Oh, that's
So-
interesting.
Yeah.
So, what do you think happens now? It may be too soon, but what do you think happens? I mean, he's a major part of the MCU now. Like this
Yeah.
whole phase 5 is revolving around him.
It revolves around his character, right?
5 and 6. Kang
Um,
Dynasty is after
Right.
Secret
Well,
Wars. So.
If he's found guilty or found to be any kind of liability, the actor will be replaced. They did it to oh God, what is his name?
Terrence
From Iron Man.
Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah, we were supposed to have a completely different War Machine.
Well, they initially offered it to Don Cheadle, and he was unavailable at the time. I think he was a part of a series or something, and they got Terrence Howard. And so when they had to replace Terrence Howard, they went back to Don Cheadle, and his situation had changed, so he decided to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's crazy. We'll find out more very soon about this Jonathan Majors situation.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know enough. I don't want to comment on it because, again, you know, SA and a
Right.
lot of women go through it. So I do not want to belittle or be insensitive to anyone's feelings.
Right.
And I'm
Totally.
not going to call somebody something.
You said
when
you
we
weren't
don't
going to
know what's
comment, and
going
you're still
I
commenting.
know. I'm commenting on not commenting.
But
Let's move on.
I agree with you on that. Just before we jump onto the next one, like I agree with you on that. Like I don't want to not believe her story and what she's going through, but then at the same time,
Mhm.
it's also kind of like what actually happened, right? You know, is there
We don't have enough facts. That's what it
right,
is.
Yeah.
exactly.
I feel like a kid in the middle of mom and dad fighting.
right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's that kind of feeling. Like that's the feeling I have, that
Mhm.
pit in my stomach when we talk about it. And that's why I'm like, I don't want to comment because we don't know. And this is one of those situations we may never know exactly what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoever, you know, let's say he gets like all the charges get dismissed. He's not, you know, nothing happened, but we don't know. We won't know. And that'll forever be in the back of someone's mind
Right.
about this. So.
You know, we do know. We do
What?
know Disney is making some changes.
Yeah. Gosh,
Again.
bad news for Disney.
Bob Iger confirmed 3 rounds of layoffs will be taking place at Disney this spring. Oh my goodness. Not at Disney Springs, this spring at Disney. In an internal memo to employees, the Disney chief said the moves are better to streamline the company amid rising economic challenges.
I know what that means.
So the first round of layoffs will take place this week, which you've kind of already seen, before the biggest round begins at some point in April. The executive then confirmed a third round of layoffs will take the company to its target of 7,000 firings before summer, totaling about 3% of their workforce. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. So you can call this sensationalism. I don't care, but I'm going to call it right now. 7,000 employees are going to be replaced by AI. Period. It is that intelligent at this point, and it can be given simple commands to do basic functions. 7,000 employees will be replaced by artificial intelligence.
I think
It's already starting to happen, and Disney, Disney, this doesn't surprise me. First of all, Disney has the money to invest in that AI, and number two, they're probably part of making it because they're innovators or they've got money in innovation. So, yeah, I think this is one of the first steps we're going to see human beings being replaced by AI in terms of basic, simple workforce. And it's a lot easier. I'm going to tell you this right now. It is a lot easier to fire them here in Florida than it is in California because Florida is a right to work state and you can be fired at any time for any reason. You could look at somebody funny and Disney can turn around and say, haha, there's the door for no reason. And there is no legal recourse you can take for it. Every law firm in Florida, literally will immediately stop you at the door and say, if you're coming in to sue your company, if you were fired, don't bother. We're not taking your case. You need to understand the rules of Florida.
Yeah. Difference between Florida and California, because California is an at-will state, and it's like if you get fired for anything stupid, you can fire you can sue your company.
Yeah.
Whereas in Florida, it's a right to work state, meaning you have the right to work, understanding that they can let you go for any reason. I was right to work stated at my last job. They did not give me a fireable offense. I actually caught them with their pants down, and I looked them square in the eyes and said, "You're right to work stating me, aren't you?" And one of them shook their head, yes.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah. Looking at you, former employer.
Hey, former employer, I don't know who you are, but just based on that, dicks.
Yeah.
Dicks. Okay.
Y'all
Like suck a
can
bag
eat
of them.
dick.
Bet your name's Peter.
Fuck Peter. Speaking of Peter,
Peter needs to stop writing our copy. What's up?
I know,
Peter?
right? Speaking of Peter, on to brighter Disney news.
Speaking of Peter, the listing for Secret Invasion that appeared on Disney Plus reads Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion stars Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury and Ben Mendelsohn as the Skrull Talos, characters who first met in Captain Marvel. The crossover event series showcases a faction of shape-shifting Skrulls who have been infiltrating Earth for years. So we finally got a release date. So this kind of ties into that rumor that we were talking about earlier. Also, who's in the background? War Machine.
That's my dog trying to get my attention.
Done.
Very needy dogs tonight. Sorry.
You have a very vocal family. War Machine actor Don Cheadle, not Terrence Howard, recently spoke about how Secret Invasion will set up his upcoming Disney Plus series, Armor Wars. Interesting. All right, cool. So it boils down to Secret Invasion will premiere June 21st of this year. I'm down. So excited for this one.
Armor
First day
Wars
of summer.
Armor Wars. Does that mean we're gonna get Rescue Bot?
No,
the Rescue Bots like Transformers?
We're getting a sequel to Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rescue
With these two
Sorry.
gumshoes
are picking up the slack.
I already have 3 theories about Secret Invasion and all of that.
Okay, you can give us one.
No, I'm not gonna do any.
She's like, no, I'm holding on to these. I'm not doing it right now.
How about this? I will give you guys a little bit because we were talking about Deadpool, so this might pique your interest. I haven't fleshed this theory out, but you know, Matthew McFadden was cast for Deadpool 3. That just came over the wire, I guess. I think he's going to play Mr. Sinister.
Ooh.
Hopefully without that stupid mustache.
Well, he doesn't have it now. Not in Succession. He doesn't have a mustache.
Mr. Sinister, the new Mephisto.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's gonna.
He's gonna be the new Mephisto. He's in everything. He's in nothing.
No, I think he's gonna be. I think he would be perfect for it. He's got the face for it. He has that. If you've ever seen him play darker characters or a gray character, he does have that kind of sinister vibe about him. So, and I've seen him in a lot. I actually like the actor, so I think he's going to be Mr. Sinister. That has
Man.
nothing to do with Secret Invasion, so let's get back onto that. But that's the only thing I'm going to give you guys.
I know that was a rumor.
I'm just saying, we got the Kree, we got the Skrulls. When are we going to get the Shi'ar? I'm ready for the Shi'ar.
They won't do the Shi'ar for a while, and
I know,
On
and it's killing
Saturday-
me.
On the Saturday morning nerd out, my phrase fortune may have something to do with that.
Are you taking the 15 minutes of fame on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm
Good,
doing my
thank
phrase
you.
fortune, and yeah, I met that one of my Secret Invasion predictions.
Good,
Mhm.
because I don't have the
That
energy to I don't have the
is-
energy to shit on Zelda again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing it, and I've got a doozy of a juicy theory about, and the Shi'ar Empire may be involved in that juicy little theory.
Lalandra. All
You
right.
guys will have to tune in on Saturday.
That's all rumors, but you know what's fact? The fact is Betty is back.
Look at you segueing.
First
Look who's
appearing in the
back.
2008 film The Incredible Hulk, and 15 years later, she is returning to the MCU. Liv Tyler
So hot.
has been cast as Marvel Studios Captain America in New World Order, and she's set to reprise her role as Betty Ross.
Sweet.
Back
She was a
in.
great Betty.
Yeah, totally.
He's back. Brought
Totally
a friend.
was.
Think she's bringing a friend.
So Betty Ross is the daughter of General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, a military official who was previously played by William Hurt. The character is now being played by Harrison Ford, and
Mhm.
Ross will be the president of the United States in the movie.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Oh God. Okay, so this makes so much more sense for the Thunderbolts to be a thing
Yeah.
Does it? You think so?
because
Well,
they're going to
why
be a
they're
special
named
forces team for the
Thunderbolts?
president.
Yeah.
Ah.
They're the president's soup team.
So if Ross is the president, then that means Kelly will be a senator, I hope.
Ooh.
Oh,
okay, yes.
yeah.
Yes. Senator
Yeah.
Kelly, and he's gonna start pursuing people with mutant abilities.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Good
Get-
point.
It's the first one of the night. Yay.
Yes.
I do have a not a synopsis opsis quote.
Not a synopsis quote. Synopsis.
Producer Nate Moore said Harrison Ford is taking on the role of General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, and to see Sam Wilson and Thunderbolt Ross, which, if you remember, actually threw him in prison, which I forgot, at the end of Civil War because he violated the Sokovia Accords. There are going to be some natural sparks there, which I think are going to be really fun. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, he did.
He did.
I predict that Sam and Thunderbolt Ross at some point are going to go head to head, and I'm going to go kiss, 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 kiss.
Well, the fact that he does not get his vengeance on Tony, that's kind of a kick in the ass to him.
Oh, good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
And what happened with him? What happened after Natasha told Yelena to go and she would take care of it? Are we ever going to find out what happened in that scene? Are
No, because Scarlett
Are we?
Johansson got fired. That's why.
Scarlett Johansson didn't get fired. She sued the company for more money because
For
of that
50
movie.
million.
Now Disney's making another movie with her. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
she didn't-
Oh,
She didn't get
they
fired.
decided to do another movie with her.
Not with the MCU, but she's she's producing and starring in other movies for them.
Wow.
The long and the short, she got screwed out of ticket sales money for box office for Black Widow because it was written into her contract. She tried to rework the contract. Disney decided to ghost her and release the movie on Disney Plus, and she saw like no money. So
Yep.
she sued for 50 million. I think they settled for like 25 million.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And now she has like a bunch of producer roles that she's going to be doing for Disney.
Yeah.
Maybe Marvel. So we'll see.
She needs to make another movie with Kylo Ren. Just
What
saying.
they did just say that she's producing another movie in the MCU. Like we reported
really?
on that a while back. So, I mean, yeah.
I must have missed that, or I skimmed over it or something.
Yeah.
probably.
So, quick question before we move into the next story here, or before James gives us the date on this as well. Do you think Thaddeus Ross becomes Red Hulk, or do you think they just decide to change the entire thing and he becomes Joe Fixit?
Or do you think Liv Tyler becomes Red She-Hulk?
Well, I mean, she will eventually.
I
If
think they're going to hint at it.
I think that we won't see Ross go Red Hulk until Thunderbolts. I think
Mhm.
he's going to be in it. I think Liv's going to be in it, and I don't know if she'll be in Thunderbolts. But I think her reason for coming is because something has gone wrong. She may come in at the end because something will have gone wrong, and we'll see the beginnings of Red Hulk with Thunderbolt.
I wonder if we're going to get a
then-
Gamma movie at some point.
Yeah, and then in Thunderbolts, it'll be that, and it may they may be trying to track him down to kind of get him.
You
if
think
that
the
may be what they're
post-credit
doing.
scene is going to be a Red Hulk reveal?
I think so. I think
Nice.
that it seems it's movie intelligence to do that. Like it's very intelligent, especially with MCU, because they are very good at having those really spectacular post-credit scenes now that it's a fixture. And I think that it has a high possibility of being a post-credit scene.
Gotcha.
New World Order hits theaters on May 3rd, 2024. Wow, we're like a year away. That's
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
It'll be upon us quickly.
Yes.
I'm
totally.
so excited about Harrison. I want to see Harrison Ford's how he portrays Thunderbolt Ross differently, or if he's just gonna give him like a little
William
bit of a
Hurt
tweak.
version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, him and William Hurt were friends outside of.
Yeah, and they are very similar actors as far as how like their style. So I can see where he could still do a nod to William Hurt, but also make it his own. So heck, he could just come in and play Harrison Ford, and everybody would just be like, "Oh my god, it's amazing!" So
cool. All right, let's keep going. I got some alien news, and we're not talking Indiana Jones.
Huh?
It's been 5 years since X-Files revival wrapped, and in regards to a continuation of the franchise, back in 2020, we learned of an animated spin-off about it's like a comedy series version in the works titled X-Files Albuquerque. And we just learned that that's probably not going to be happening. Which kind of sucks, but I wanted that one. But check it out. There's another project that's coming. So we've now learned that there is another X-Files project in the works. During a recent interview on the coast with Gloria Makarenko, Chris Carter talks about an entirely different series in the works that is being developed by Ryan Coogler.
Yes.
he's coming for the throne.
So Chris Carter shared, I just spoke to a young man, Ryan Coogler, who is going to remount the X-Files with a diverse cast. So he's got his work cut out for him because we covered so much territory. Interesting.
Okay, then.
Now, do you think that this is a complete reboot, or do you think that they are? It's going to be a continuation? And it's like these are the new agents that take over for Mulder and Scully.
They could. I mean, it's the X-Files. It could be different agents that are assigned to it for some reason, and they could even make it where like Gillian Anderson comes back as a consultant, or they could have like they could go a lot of different ways to that. It wasn't the Mulder and Scully show. It was X-Files. So they could really play with that concept. So I think really it's up for grabs.
It'll just be in the universe. That's what every franchise is doing. It's all about being in the
Yeah.
universe, and
Right.
You know,
Well, I
if you
mean,
need to come
yeah.
together, if it's hurting and you need to make some money, we'll bring in the people that we recognize. We'll bring in a David Duchovny.
Right.
for
Yeah, I
something.
mean,
David
that's
Duchovny will
really
come
the
back.
thing. It's the cameos. It's like the fan service cameos. That's
Right.
the end thing right now. But yeah, like Mandalorian started that, so now everybody's on that bandwagon.
Right.
So next we have some turtles coming our way.
Yeah. The secret of the ooze is spilling.
So excited for this.
ooze,
I'm
drink the
so
ooze.
excited for this.
Drink the ooze. Drink the ooze.
Drink the ooze. Drink the ooze.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, the acclaimed graphic novel from 2020 that painted a much darker picture of the Turtles, is getting a video game.
That's
kind of
awesome.
cool.
I think that's great. You know, if they're gonna do turtle stuff, I'd rather see video game stuff because I just feel like it lends itself, and especially this storyline
Right.
does lend itself to a video game.
It does, like, so well.
Yeah, and I guess it's supposed to be like much darker.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's
Well, the
meant to-
story was really dark. I mean,
Right.
it was really dark.
I mean, the premise of the story starts off with 3 of the 4 turtles are dead.
right.
Yeah, and you don't know
Right off
who
the bat.
survived.
Right.
You don't know who the surviving
Which
turtle is.
go back and listen to our very first episode. The very first episode of Distance Nerding, me and James got into some predictions over, because it was before the first comic came out. And we got into some predictions over who would be the last Ronin, and I guessed it right in the first episode. So,
Or
that's
don't
awesome.
go back and listen to that because it sounded horrible.
it sounded horrible.
And
Just listen for the content, not for the shitty mic that we used.
just listen to this episode twice. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
You should, if you want to know the 411, go listen to the first episode.
So it's meant to be a third-person game focused primarily on a single member of the Ninja Turtles, of course. And let's see, who's this?
Private
Rosen?
chat. Put it in the private chat. I want to know who the survivor was.
Doug Rosen, the senior vice president for games and emerging media at Paramount Global, likened it to something like
Sweet.
God of War and God of War Ragnarok. I haven't played those games.
Sounds dope.
So
Just
what
like
is that kind of like
seeing
open
the
world
stuff.
type stuff?
No,
it's-
no, it's
it's very-
action adventure.
Yeah, it's very linear, but the way that it is it's very cinematic, the way that the games play out.
Yeah.
And the idea is like you have like quick time it's the game that like started like the idea of having like quick time actions. So what a quick time action is for James, because I know he doesn't know anything about gaming, that's where like you have like a cinematic thing that's happening in the game. Yes, I'm mansplaining it for him. It's a
So what he's saying is, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
it's a cinematic thing that's happening in the game, and you basically press a button at certain points in order to continue the cinematic going.
This ought to be pretty good.
All right. I do have a turtles and a half shell opsis.
Turtles in a half shell, opsis. No.
All right. I'll give you.
I'm
I'll
gonna
give
be
you
that.
one.
I'm gonna be that guy. You know, it's heroes in a half shell, right?
I know, but the opsis
Yeah, but
is
it's
turtles
got
in a
it,
half
yeah.
shell.
Yeah.
I almost went in there and changed it, but I know better.
Oh, you can change it. Okay.
Yeah, I know
Oh
better.
my gosh.
Who is
fear
the
will get
last-
you if you change it.
Who is the last Ronin in a future battle-ravaged New York City? A lone surviving turtle embarks on a seemingly hopeless mission seeking justice for the family he has lost. From legendary TMNT co-creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, get ready for the final story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 3 decades in the making. What a terrible events destroyed his family and left New York crumbling. Post-apocalyptic nightmare. All will be revealed in the climactic turtle tale that sees longtime friends becoming enemies and new allies emerging in the most unexpected places. Can the surviving turtle triumph?
And the way that they're doing this, so if they're doing the main 5 comics as the main game, then I'm sure that they'll get a DLC where like the second series that's coming out pretty soon, because they're doing like a whole new secondary series for it. It's going to be DLC for the game later on. So I mean, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this.
Yeah.
Husbeard is calling me out in the chat, but I don't know why.
He's talking about God of War.
Okay. I don't have a problem with God of War. I just didn't go through the last two.
Hey man, he's salty. You just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
Speaking of turtles,
Oh
and
God.
before we go to Mando,
Yeah.
it's a
So
perfect time for some chicken nuggets.
I was gonna say no date for when the new TMNT will rise from the sewers.
Cheeky nuggies. I'm excited for this.
Chicken
Who started that? What
nuggets.
is the name of the person who connected little baby Yoda to Chicky Nuggies? Who created that and started that stupid ass trend?
Not just Chicky Nuggies, chalky milk too. Okay.
Chalky
Who
milk.
started that?
It's just
I don't know.
that happened on the internet, man.
Yeah.
It's the internet. Stupid
I
shit happens
hate,
all over the
I
internet.
hate the internet.
Kid
Oh my
calls
god.
chicken nuggets chicky nuggies and chocolate milk.
Chalky milk.
Chocolate
Because
milk.
that's how like that's how 4-year-olds say it.
And that's how kids say it.
I
Oh,
swear,
chicken nuggies and chalky milk.
I swear, the generation before us is the decay of Western society.
Oh my
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Do not talk smack about people who say chicky nuggies because my wife says chicky nuggies. All right, so do not.
Killing me.
For the first time ever, KFC is adding chicken nuggets to its menu. You heard that right. KFC and chicken nuggets. Here we go.
Which is like,
Earlier,
why didn't they do this sooner? But
They
I
did.
know,
It's
right?
called popcorn chicken.
right.
earlier this month, it was teased the items could be replacing the chain's long-standing popcorn chicken.
And it is.
Yeah.
KFC officials confirmed the whispers, revealing the new Kentucky Fried Chicken Nuggets will become a permanent fixture of the menus nationwide.
I'm for it. I'm all for it.
I mean, it's chicken,
I love me
and
some
they're a
chicken
chicken
nuggies.
place.
I'm gonna go
You know,
get chicken nuggies tomorrow.
The people behind KFC are the same people behind Taco Bell and behind
Pizza
Burger
Hut.
King. If
Pizza
they
Hut.
think this is a good idea, then they should probably reevaluate their Taco Bell menu and bring back the damn chili cheese burrito.
Oh my gosh!
They're bringing back the quesarito or something like that.
No.
Okay.
No,
Quesarito's
they're
leaving.
quesarito. They're getting rid of the quesarito. It's been on the
Force,
secret menu for a while.
if you want to contact somebody, the KFC CMO Nick Chavez said of the release, as the original fried chicken experts, we're introducing a chicken nugget made the way only KFC can. Hand breaded with our distinct original recipe of 11 herbs and spices.
You go, girl.
Simply put, you've never had chicken nuggets like these.
Never have.
The chicken nuggets America deserves and worth the wait. Now that's finger licking good.
Okay, I
Okay.
love the way that this dude wrote this because he said chicken nuggets America deserves.
I feel like he was like literally like the Colonel Sanders was possessing him when he said that.
Honestly, if
America deserves and worth the wait.
no, look. So
Finger looking good.
when he says they're the chicken nuggets America deserves, I feel like he's literally taking a shot at Chick-fil-A for that.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
That's what they do. They all Chick-fil-A, KFC, and Popeyes just all go at each other all the time.
now you
Oh,
know what's
yeah.
going to happen, right? Popeyes is going to let KFC run with this nugget thing for a little while, and then next year Popeyes is going to swoop in like they did with the sandwich and completely destroy this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm
well,
for it.
if
I'm
you
for it
guys
all.
want the chicken nuggets or the chicky nuggies and have some choco milk,
Chalky milk.
chalky
milk.
milk. I always forget it. You can actually have them now because they are available
Let's go.
right now.
All right, everybody. If you want your carbs,
I think
Sugary
their
fat,
special
more carbs,
ingredient
they're
is
available now.
extra grease.
On the way to
Yeast.
Idaho, we're doing this.
Oh, we're
getting some
definitely-
chicken nuggies.
We're getting. We'll
You gotta get
probably
the
go on
chicky
Instagram
nuggies
live.
and the chalky milk.
We'll probably
Yep.
go on Instagram live, and we're gonna eat chicken nuggies and chalky milk.
There you go.
And
then
not
you're
say a
gonna
word,
vomit.
just that.
just sit there like online.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm so
right,
now
so
I want some fried
now-
chicken.
We are on my favorite part of the show. 'Cause it's
Oh, it's Mando time. Guys, it's time for the breakdown.
Break it down.
That was too short. I couldn't get my groove on. It's not like snake jazz.
It's not like snake jazz.
Not enough snake jazz. All right. Mandalorian season 3, episode 4, chapter 20, The Foundling. The Mandalorian
And
kicks
it's not who you think.
Oh, yeah.
The Mandalorian kicks the doors open on Grogu's past in the Foundling, as well as sends Din and Bo-Katan on a dangerous rescue mission in the heart of monster territory. Both storylines lead to the plenty of lore, as well as callbacks to other parts of Star Wars saga. Most importantly, we get a massive surprise guest character.
Oh,
This is
so excited when that was revealed to me. We'll get to that.
Fourzze, I don't know how much time you have, but have you seen this episode?
I did watch it, and
Let's get your take.
I had, I got to run after this one, but I had a major
Peter?
like, no.
Did you have a nerd boner?
I went crazy on the nerd out this past Saturday concerning this, and I said it there, and I'm going to say it here.
Say it.
All hail Bo-Katan. Period. All hail
Solid.
Bo-Katan. It's going to happen. Bo-Katan, the way that this is being set up, Bo-Katan will be the next Canderous Ordo. It's going to happen.
Ooh, I love that.
Din Djarin will unite them. Bo-Katan will lead them. The Armorer is setting Bo-Katan up to take back her people. The Mandalorians are going to find their strength once again. They don't have basilisks anymore, but by God, they have creatures. They're going to have that freaking
The birds.
they're going to have, by the end, they're going to have that mythosaur. They're going to have these little raptors. They're going to utilize everything at their disposal, and they are going to take their planet back. It's going to thrive. It's going to live, and the Mandalores, they will be strong again. This is the effing way.
Yes, Frey girl. I gotta throw something out. So I was looking for a trailer, right?
Yeah.
And this is the one I ended up going with. Is the one that we have right here. But
Yeah.
there was a trailer that I ran into that was from Disney Plus that shows a scene that's gonna happen later on in the season.
Yeah.
And it is the Armorer asking Bo-Katan if Din, or asking Din if he accepts Bo-Katan's challenge. And Bo-Katan challenges him for the saber.
Good.
So
Yeah, it's a wedding challenge.
I don't think they're gonna get
It's a
married.
wedding challenge.
No, I don't think they're gonna get married.
It's a wedding
No, it's gonna
dance.
happen.
because
It's a wedding challenge.
basically he ignites the the dark saber, and he goes, I
Uh-huh.
accept her challenge, and they fight. So I don't think they're gonna get married. I think she's gonna beat him, and she's gonna get the dark saber, and she's gonna lead the people.
Lover
Yeah.
squirrel. All right.
The role of Mando is to be the father of Grogu. That's his role. People don't seem to realize, this is space lone wolf and cub. That's what this is. Space lone wolf and cub. He is a lone wolf.
Ow.
That's how I knew Baby Yoda would not stay with Luke. I knew from the start. He loves his daddy too much. Mando's his daddy. It's so damn adorable.
It's
His
100%
daddy.
true. So let's
His
get into
Well,
it.
I have
Daddy.
a theory about
Go for it.
that as well. But no, I'm not doing it. I have a 7-step theory about Grogu being the father of raptors.
Wow. We don't
Yeah,
have.
but no, we don't have enough time for it.
We need a
I'm
whole
gonna make it
episode
its own
just for
video.
that.
I'm gonna make it its own video. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, I've got Grogu, father of raptors, and I've got the parallels between Game of Thrones and
Oh,
the third
God.
season of The Mandalorian.
She's always mashing the thrones with Star Wars.
And Husby, he hates the theory and totally is on board with Fourzze. He has always said it's lone wolf and cub, and I agree with it.
It is Lone
I
Wolf.
do, but I do think that they are because they're world building the Mandalorians, that they are taking a lot of stuff from history and militaristic societies, and that's what George R.R. Martin did. So you can see a lot of parallels. So yeah, I've just got some, and I'm gonna break that down. So I don't know when it'll be up. I don't know if it'll just be like a KCP Patreon exclusive. We haven't worked all that out yet, but I'm really excited about it. So.
Yeah, I mean,
Awesome.
they've said from the beginning that this entire show is inspired by Kurosawa. So I mean, like,
oh yeah,
if it's inspired by Kurosawa, it's Lone Wolf and Cub for sure.
yeah, it's definitely. I agree.
You guys do realize that we are only 4 episodes into the season,
4
and we are already seeing
Yeah.
the unification of the Mandalorian Empire. We're already seeing it.
Well, hopefully
We're
there are
already
more
seeing
Mandalorians than just what we've seen. But yes, we are. So.
All right, so
'Cause
let's get
we've
into
got
these Easter
couple,
eggs.
so.
Let's get
Yeah,
into
let's
these
go.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, I got to roll, guys. I am so sorry. Can I do a real quick pluggable?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally.
Give us your pluggable, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I am Fourzze FX Saber Sounds. You can find my stuff on saberfont.com. They are sound fonts. You put them. Yeah, you put
Power
them on
on.
these. That was not supposed to happen. You put them on lightsabers. Silence. Yeah, I know. Shut up. That you buy from
Take over.
kybercave.com. Oh, good, for the love of God. Okay. You can find me here on Distance Learning on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. You can find me on Kyber Cave on Thursday nights after the build,
On
and
every
on
other day.
Fridays and Saturday mornings now, apparently. So be sure to tune into all that. Support all of our friends on all these channels, and may the Fourzze be with you. Love you so much. This is the way.
This
Hi,
is the
Force.
Thank you, Fourzze. You're awesome.
All right. So, okay. Call Graveyard in to take my spot.
I mean, Graveyard's been invited to come in since he got off of Destiny, so I don't know why he's
If
waiting.
he's off Destiny, who knows?
Are we ever off Destiny?
No,
Destiny is something that calls to us.
Ever.
It
all
is
the
your
time.
destiny.
it is the call. Destiny. All right.
I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Peace out. Hey, so the episode started off with them doing some kind of, training montage on the
LARPing.
beach.
They were
There's-
LARPing.
Yeah, they're LARPing on the beach. They're still on this beach where there's giant crocodiles chasing after them.
Right. I said that too. I was like, why are you firing into the freaking water?
Well, you
There's
know what's
a
funny?
fucking crocodile.
Like everybody was doing their like training, like climbing the mountains or practicing their flamethrowers, and the other guys were just like shooting into the water. I'm like, how is that target practice? But it was totally them like just keeping the crocodile away. I'm just like, you're wasting all that ammo
Right.
because you have to like work out on the beach. All
Keep
right, I
talking.
see how it is. Sun's out, guns out.
Right. That's the way it goes. No, I mean, yeah, I thought it was hilarious, but yeah, I was all like, yeah, on weekends we LARP. It's so cool. You should join us some Sunday.
Well, somebody there apparently was LARPing as Boba Fett because a couple of them had the EE3 carbine.
Yeah, that's Well, I mean, if he's got it, you got to think that other Mandalorians are probably going to have it. That's just one of the weapons.
Is that the
Mandos use.
rifle that Boba has?
It's the one that Daniel Logan walks around with, and that we took pictures with.
The one
Yeah.
that we were holding? Nice segue. Yeah. The one that
Right,
we will hold in a couple days.
If he brings his costume, I'm sure he's going to bring that costume with him.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, that was cool seeing that.
Mhm.
And then, Carl Weathers did such a good job directing this.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah.
Carl
He
Weathers. Good
really
point.
did.
Do you know
And
what? That surprised
he's-
me at the end when it said directed by Carl Weathers. I was like, Carl directed this one. Yes.
Yeah, I guess we're coming up, I think not next episode, but episode after. I think that's Bryce Dallas Howard. I think she's
Mhm.
going to be taking that one. But going back to that, one of the reasons that I say it's so good is because of that scene where Bo is following the raptor,
Yeah.
and the sun is behind it and you can see it setting.
Mhm,
I mean,
totally.
that's like Apocalypse Now shit.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
That was fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah,
I
that looked cool.
loved it. So,
I love that was such a good statement from Bo because, the the 4 Mandalorians like, jetpacks, go, go, go.
Right.
And they're like going. And she's just like, hold on, everybody. Let me go get my ship and
She's
chase
like,
after
"Yeah."
this thing.
Yeah, you noobs. You go,
Yeah, exactly,
You go
like-
do the pack. I'm gonna get my shit that's over here because it's fucking cool, and I'm
As-
fucking Bo-Katan.
As much as we think Mandalorians are badass, I almost think it was like a flex, like showing that she's had so much more experience being Mandalorian than some of these children of the Watch.
Right. Well, because the Watch, they stick to their clan, they do their own thing. Whereas, like you're saying, Bo-Katan, she does have actual combat experience.
Yeah,
Like
right.
she's led not only Mandalorians in battle, but she's led clones in battle. Like and clones are just basically modified Mandalorians as it is. So it's just kind of like
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
And she has varied battle experience because she also fought with Jedis. Like she fought
right.
us beside them, so she knows that. So
Right.
she's got a lot of experience as
You
far
know,
as that goes,
she
and
almost-
she's a
she-
natural leader.
She almost became a sister-in-law to a Jedi.
You're right. Yeah, if
She's
he was a
picking
little
out
more
wedding dresses.
Qui-Gon, it may have happened.
So, moving forward, what is going on with this Forge? It puts everybody in a trance because it did it to
Well-
Grogu this episode. It did it to Din, like season 1. where it's like flashback. It's like causes flashbacks.
I think it's exactly what Frey was talking about. Maybe last episode, 2 episodes ago, that it's their religion. It's a sign of reverence for them. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of like I think there's a lot that has to do with kind of like the way that they revere their armor and they revere everything, and the armor is essentially their priestess.
Interesting. I just think it was a nice parallel that they had Din do his flashback while they were doing the armor kind of being created, and then same thing with Grogu. They did a flashback, and what a flashback it was!
Well,
We're gonna get
if
into
you
the best
think
flashback.
about but if you think about the timing of all of the flashbacks, except for the Ahsoka Tano one, because she just kind of basically mind melded with him. But if you think about like all of the previous flashbacks for Grogu, it's always been either after a battle or like after blaster fire. So I think he's being triggered by the sounds, like it's a PTSD type thing.
Oh yeah,
And so because he
Agreed.
had just fought with the kid,
Right.
with Ragnar, and then he goes into this, and that rhythmic sound can sound like blaster fire, and when we pick up, you hear the blaster fire. So
Right.
it seems like that's what caused it, but I still believe that Forge is their altar. It is their religious place. Like, whereas some people go to church, some people have nature as their, church. This is in their religion, this is their altar. This is
Right.
what's important. And, and that's true. And, she tells him what she told Den. Hey, when Mandalorians come back, they offer extra Beskar so we can outfit our younglings or our foundlings. And that's what she tells him about. And he just goes into that flashback, which was fantastic. Loved it. And yes, we will talk about it. But yeah, that really is what I think. Because I was after that episode, because I watch them twice. I watch them with the husband on Wednesdays. And then if my son isn't with us, I wait and I watch it again with him. So I actually see the episodes twice. And that's what really caught me the second time was, this is because of the sound. It's not that he's being lulled into a trance. It's that he's reliving a traumatic event. And that's, Den does that too. So it does bring out that trauma.
I love that it's from Grogu's point of view.
Yeah.
Like the camera is set lower. Like, again, you were talking about Carl Weathers. I'm like, kudos. That was a nice choice, Carl Weathers.
He did really great. The homages that he did, you knew him immediately, and you were just like, oh, this is fantastic, and you moved on. He used every 32 minutes of that episode to convey something. It was beautiful.
It was only 32 minutes. Wow.
Yeah, I know, and it felt
a
like
lot fit into that 32
it
minutes.
felt like it was a lot longer.
Yeah,
the pacing
totally.
on it was perfect. So
Speaking of Kurosawa, there's like 7 Mandos walking like 7 samurai
yeah.
in that image that we just saw. But yeah, Do you want to get back into the Order 66 stuff right now? Are we ready for that? I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm ready.
I mean, because like so one of the big things is we see the temple on fire, right?
Let's go.
But we see the temple on fire, which is something that we never saw in Star Wars media up till now. That we've never seen, visually seen, because we it was in the novelization, right? So we saw in Matt Stover's novelization of Episode 3 that he described the temple on fire. So we actually, for the first time, get to see the temple on fire.
Do you think everybody else on Coruscant was just like, wow, the Jedis are fucking partying right now? What is going on?
Well, remember the way like the way that he talked about it was that the Jedi rebelled and that they were trying to take over the government. So I mean, they probably assumed that there was a war with the Jedi happening, as far as like the propaganda that the Emperor gave to citizens of Coruscant.
Yeah, I was just teasing, but it's cool. So there was a lot of clone troopers in this episode getting whacked by Jedi.
They were all played by Tamora Morrison, baby.
That was so cool, bringing him back and having him voice. That was just so cool.
So smart too. So smart, just to add that little touch. It's not D. Bradley Baker, which would have been cool too, but it was Tamora, and I totally dig that. Dig that.
I love all the love that Tim's been getting, because the man deserves it.
I really love that in the new Star Wars, and I'm just talking about like this era of Star Wars content being made, that they're like, oh, we want to have these clones. Well, let's get the guy who voiced them first. It's not like, well, who can we get to voice them? It's like, no, we have to have the guy that, and the actors are like, yeah, of course they'll come back. Sure. It's such a good experience on both sides. And I just love that. So,
right. And I mean, speaking of that whole thing, like bringing back actors in order to reprise,
see what I did there?
Characters. Oh, I was jumping on top of that, that perfect segue you did there.
Like
you get the assist
on the yellow couch in Oprah.
Yeah, it's and I'm not even going to take any credit for this. This is 100% your segment. But we get to finally see in Star Wars universe, because he was in a Star Wars adjacent thing before this, but and he played a character in Star Wars. But Ahmed Best returns to Star Wars.
Ahmed fucking Best.
Now, the best cameo.
Not exactly. Now, not as Jar Jar Binks, because we all know that Ahmed Best played Jar Jar Binks, but he comes in as Kelleran Beck. And Kelleran Beck was
motherfucking Beck.
For all of you who may not know who Kelleran Beck is a character that Ahmed Best created in conjunction with Star Wars in order to do. He did a children's show with Kelleran Beck. As a character,
Jedi Temple Challenge,
right? And they finally made him officially canon, and he was the Jedi that got Grogu out of the temple.
Talk about redemption for
God.
Ahmed Best,
right?
Being ridiculed for 20 plus years.
Well, I mean, he almost committed suicide. Like he admit
it
that
was hard for him.
Yeah, that people gave him such shit. And he almost commits suicide because of it, and which is completely sad. It's the same thing, like I'm forgetting her name right now, but the girl that plays
that played Rose Tico.
Yeah.
Same
thing, like just the relentless bullshit they have to deal with that they've had.
And
to deal
Reva,
with.
they just did it to the actress that played Reva too. I mean, it's just the same thing. It's like these Star Wars fans are toxic.
Yeah, they are, and
they're not the Britney Spears toxic.
Yeah.
Kelly Marie Tran.
Kelly Marie Tran, and I think she killed it as Rose Tico. Just a lot of people didn't like that character. I get, people don't want diversity in Star Wars. I'm sorry. The universe isn't just white people, but I mean, like,
sometimes there are redfish people. Sometimes there are.
Yeah,
exactly. But going back to Kelleran Beck,
nobody saw this coming.
But it's like, okay, so Ahmed Best, it's one thing to bring him back to be a Jedi. It's another thing for him to be completely badass as that Jedi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Well,
had this on
I've
their Star Wars
heard-
bingo card.
At
Yeah,
all.
Keller
nobody
and
had
Beck.
it.
Nobody
No.
saw Keller and Beck coming back because everybody thought it was going to be Mace Windu, right?
Yeah.
No, it
and
was
like I was saying, what's his name? The guy
Oh,
from
yeah,
The
yeah.
Path. Hold on, give me a second. I'll pull up my previous thing. Oh no, that's a different theory.
Quinlan Vos.
Hold on.
Quinlan Vos.
Quinlan Voss. That's
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
right.
I
And
said
I mean
that.
that was also a very valid theory that it would have been Quinlan Vos because they've mentioned Quinlan Vos like 20 times since the beginning of this iteration of Star Wars. We still haven't seen him.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
he was in the Clone Wars series as well. So right up Filoni's alley, like let's bring in a character that I brought in via the Clone Wars into the Mandalorian. So yeah, totally could have been him.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
going on to this Quinlan Vos just amazing escape, like we get a whole bunch of Easter eggs, not just seeing Keller and Beck and I mean Ahmed Best, but you know, we see a clone era lat gunship that just lands.
Yeah, the
While
Republic
he's-
gunship.
The Republic gunship, which was badass in itself, but then also you know, another Easter egg, the Nabooan yacht that comes in, and you have the Naboo guards hop out and attempt to help, and you know those mercenaries come out and they
Now
fight the
they're
clones.
called
Like,
Senate guards, but they are from Naboo, so
Naboo,
they have to
yeah.
be a Naboo senator's guards.
right. And that's the thing is that at that point, I think the senator from Naboo at that point was Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, because Padme was on Mustafar at this time.
Right.
This would have been that time, and she's gonna die. So she ain't doing nothing. But so what I was thinking, the deleted scenes from I don't know if it's Clone Wars or if it's Revenge of the Sith, where it's got Mon Mothma and Bail Organa and Padme, and they're trying to get more people on their side. I'm wondering if they didn't also have a plan with the Jedi. So if something does go south, they could get the younglings out and get them off world to protect the future of the Jedi.
Right.
And so we may just be seeing the beginnings of the path.
Right.
So
Yeah, and where are they going? Like, where does he, jump to light speed, and where does he head off to? God, I want to know.
Tatooine, obviously.
Tatooine. It's always Tatooine.
It's always
Sand.
Tatooine.
It's a sand planet.
Right.
It's Jakku.
By the way,
Jakku.
real quick, we saw, what was that last episode? We saw Dr. Pershing and Elia Kane walking. They were at the Monument Plaza, like the highest peak.
Yeah.
So back-to-back episodes, decades separated, we go back to the peak.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that was so cool. Just like that little bit of like, oh, that's actually the same place that we were just at. But that was like 50 years apart.
And
I
it's
think-
tying Coruscant together. That's all it is.
Yeah,
It's
I was
just
gonna say,
tying it- yeah.
I think we're starting to see the payoff of that episode. We're starting to see, hey, we're still on Coruscant. So I think we're going to get, like, we might get a duel. Like, we're going to spend some of the time with the covert and we're going to spend some of the time on Coruscant. And so we might see more of that. And I have to say, on Andor, that was probably one of my favorite parts of Andor was going back to Coruscant to see what they were doing.
Right.
Like it'd be like, okay, we've done a lot, and Andor's really emo right now, so let's go back to Coruscant. Let's find out what's going on there, and we would go back there. And so I kind of dig that, and I see where they might be incorporating some of the stuff from Andor to kind of give that feel as well, to keep the people that also liked Andor. Hey, Andor's coming back. Look, we're still doing a little bit of that. Right. So I could see that also. But yeah, I thought it was great. I do think it is Jar Jar. I think Jar Jar saved him, and then Keller and Beck saved him, and that's cool.
I totally agree. I think that was Senator Binks's ship. I think that would be so meta to do that.
Yeah.
To have Senator Binks' ship be the one
even if it's not, if it turns out to be it was Bail Organa or somebody, I'm still gonna be like, nope, it was Binks.
Well, no, it would be. I don't think it would be Bail Organa. It would be Padme Amidala, if anything. But I mean,
Yeah.
Padme was so out of everything that was going on at that point. Like Jar Jar Binks, it would make sense for Jar Jar Binks to be like, oh, I caused this, because remember, he's the reason the Emperor got all of his power. He was the one that
Right.
voted for emergency
No confidence.
for for the vote of no confidence. So it's like, he probably, I would assume he would regret, like, the decision and be a part of that alliance to go against the Emperor.
Or he may just be doing what Amidala wants him to. Like he, because
That's
he
true,
did,
too.
he was very, like, he has such respect for her
Yeah.
that if she had said, hey, I have this in place, I may not be available. Can you make sure it happens?
Yeah, because speaking of uniting, she
Yeah.
united the people of Naboo. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
she was the one who willingly integrated the Gungans into their society. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
of course, they're gonna feel a level of wanting to thank them, right? But speaking of being on that platform, so we talk about the Lat gunship that landed. The
Mhm.
clones that came off of that Lat gunship were red shock troopers. And in canon, those shock troopers, they're basically ARC troopers that are in red armor. They are the ones that become the red guard for the Emperor. So it's like, they've always been known to be under direct command of the Emperor himself. So like, it's kind of pointing that the Emperor was the one that was going after Grogu.
So do you think they were going after Jedi, or do you think they were on a mission to get Grogu?
It seems like Grogu was the priority in that, because
Yeah.
it seemed like the Jedi were trying to protect him at all costs.
Yeah.
And it seemed like those clones were really trying to get at him. So I think that he was the mission.
And being that they were the red troopers that are gonna
Right.
they would be the most loyal to the Emperor.
To the
So
Emperor,
that
right.
so that does lead that they're giving us breadcrumbs. It's Thrawn. We're gonna get Thrawn. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna be in the Mandalorian.
And
but
Thrawn's a loyalist too. So I mean, like,
yeah, he's showing up in something. I'm betting it's Ahsoka, but his fingerprints are all over this shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because again, Thrawn is a hardcore loyalist. So I mean, like, his whole thing is his feasance to the Emperor. Like he's his fealty to the Emperor. Like his whole thing is like, at all costs, it's I am the Emperor's bidding.
Yeah.
So like,
and
if
Gideon, Moff Gideon's the same way. Like he's the same way. So I could definitely see Gideon being under Thrawn now after he's escaped, because I do think he escaped. I mean, it's just logical.
Yeah,
so.
he's the mini boss to the big boss. That is Thrawn.
And
Yeah,
I
can
think
see
he's
that.
going to be the face of Thrawn for the Mandalorian series, and Elia Kane is is his lieutenant. So I think that's who we're going to see mostly. But I do think this all is leading to Thrawn.
Right.
Let's see what else we got. We got a V-wing, which is the precursor to the TIE fighter.
Right.
Mhm.
We saw those running around.
Those are so cool looking. I love the V-wings.
Yeah, the V-wings were the before that those were like those were built off of the Jedi fighters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What were they called? Yeah,
Y-wings.
Well, the Jedi fighter became the Y-wing, but I mean,
it was the interceptors. Is it
no,
the interceptor or the other?
yeah, because the Jedi starfighters were the ones that Anakin and Obi-Wan had in episode 2.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Those, like, their evolutions are the V-wing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
Right.
and that makes sense.
Yeah, and the V-wings end up becoming the TIE fighters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right. So kind of moving away from,
you know what? Let's talk about this monster magnet, Ragnar, okay?
and that's what I was just gonna bring up. Earlier, I kind of wanted to say this, but then I was like, okay, no, we have something on this later. I love the fact that they decided to name Paz's son after a legendary Viking warrior.
Yeah.
Now, multiple Viking warriors were named Ragnar, because there was Ragnar's son. There were a couple of different people, Vikings by the name of Ragnar, which is a little confusing when it comes to like their history, because a lot of people had the same name in Viking society. but Ragnar was always attached to guys that were like pretty fierce in history. I like that they decided to name Paz's son Ragnar.
Yeah, they should have named him Alexander Lavelle. I don't ever remember Xander's last name.
Leroy Jenkins.
No, but like Xander from Buffy, you know, he was a demon magnet. He just fell in love with all of them. And this kid, he's a freaking monster magnet. They are all trying to eat him.
Yes. Because this is the second time that a monster tried to eat him, right?
Yeah, the first time was that big alligator dinosaur thing.
Maybe he's tasty. Maybe he's a little chicky nuggy.
He's a chicky nuggy for sure.
Chicky nugget.
That's what Ragnar means. It means chicky nuggy in Norwegian.
We got to ask our buddies in Norway about that.
Right. They'll all be like, no, it does not mean that. But no, I really think it's funny that I love that they named him Ragnar. I mean, you know, in Mandalorian society, he's probably the first Ragnar, you know, but in that, I just love that little nod to the whole Viking, because they are very Viking like as well.
Yeah.
So I could see that. I just think it's
warrior culture.
funny.
Yeah, totally.
They revere combat. They have a reverence for armor and combat and everything like that. Like their religion, like it kind of how Din says it in the first season. Weapons are his religion. You know, so I mean, like, you know, it's kind of the same way in Viking culture, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just loved it. I just thought it was awesome. And he's such a little bitch. I mean, he really is.
He kind of is. I mean, especially because he gets so upset when Grogu whoops his ass in that fight.
Right. I loved that. I loved that scene and that whole thing with Bo-Katan, and she's like, you know, he's just proud. Don't worry. My father did it too. And I was like, Mama Bo. It's Mama Bo-Katan.
That's funny.
And I mean, like, it's kind of cool that we see, like, especially with them, because, you know, he's a foundling, right? I guess. Well, he's technically not. I guess, is he a foundling because he was born into it? He's
a foundling. That's his status.
Yeah.
But he's also Vizsla's son. And
right.
So
I think I think the next level is apprentice.
Yeah, it's like they mentioned it. Den mentioned it. He's like, he's never going to get to apprentice if he doesn't challenge. And, you know, and then he did. And I just loved, he was just like, I'm playing with these crabs. Leave me alone, Dad. And he's like, come on, let's go. And then he, you know, takes him over there and he's like, you're going to fight. And he's like, I don't want to fight. You know? And then
but I don't want to fight.
Yeah, I was over with the crabs. Why are we doing this? You know? And
hey, real quick though. Can I talk about the name of the episode?
Yes.
Foundling?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's Grogu, it's Ragnar. Like, we're getting all these like dual meanings. Kind of like last episode we were talking about the convert. Like, who's the convert? Well, you know, it's Dr. Pershing, but it's also Bo-Katan, you know, like there's these dual meanings to the titles of these things. You know, it's Ragnar, it's Grogu, but remember when they brought back the chicklings, the little raptor chicks?
I call them flappy death demons.
Flappy death demons, because they look like Flappy Bird.
Yeah, right. They're flappy death demons.
They're kind of foundlings now too, right?
Yes. Well, she said that.
Yeah, she said.
She said, "We brought you 3 new foundlings," and that's them. Grogu, father.
But so yes, they have new foundlings, as in these little chicks, you know, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Yeah, they're so little. Huey,
but
Dewey, and Louie. Not
is
Alvin,
this
Simon,
also
and
like?
Theodore.
You know, this is Filoni like kind of dropping Easter eggs, get it? With all these little things that we've seen through the series. I wonder if this is how they get a mythosaur. Like maybe they go find some like baby mythosaurs.
Mythosaurs are supposed to be extinct at this point, though. So I mean, that's kind of the problem.
And there's just the one. They've only seen the one, and they know where that one is.
But what if she got little eggs running around?
She might.
And then they gotta train the mythosaur.
Maybe the mythosaur isn't. Maybe it gives live birth. Maybe it's not egg related.
Maybe that was a baby. You don't know how big mythosaurs are.
No,
maybe that was a baby.
It could have been like the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, and we've seen that like there's huge animals, running around the Mandor system.
Well, I mean, right. But so I'm taking the flappy death demons. I'm taking them as this is going to give us more of a feeling of how Grogu communicates with animals. Because like he calmed down the Rancor in Book of Boba Fett. So that was the first real time we saw him do something like that. And now he's
playing with the crabs.
Yeah, he was playing. And well, then the Purgils, right? He sensed them and saw them. And then now this. And so I do believe that it's setting up that he's going to help whoever decides to ride the mythosaur. He's going to help them. He and Bo are getting close. He trusts her. He trusts her a lot now. She saved his dad. He can trust her. And so he might help Bo do that. And he might help Den do it. He might help them both do it. I just think that it's more setting up Grogu's force abilities being directed that way and the mythosaur being the ultimate goal.
Right. Let's rate it. Let's rate this episode because this is a fun one. This
was a fun one. I feel like we've talked about this one more times than than we have others, and it was shorter. I think it's the shortest one so far.
Okay, rate it. Go Frey.
All right, I am going to rate this 9 flappy death demons out of 10 creeds of the Children of the Watch.
All right, okay, I like it. Young Phil, what do you got?
I am gonna give this 9 Gungan turned Jedis out of 10 Peters.
Perfect.
I love this episode. We didn't even talk about them like doing the whole adventure to save Ragnar.
We didn't, and the baby burden that mom tried to do.
Yeah, and the helmet that was just sitting in there like it's scraps.
It's
Clean
so
up
funny.
your nest.
How many freaking scrap helmets are we gonna see this season?
I know, right?
And they said that that Raptor had taken foundlings before, so
yeah,
right. It's weird that it goes outside of foundlings.
Bo Katan busted her Children of the Watch cherry now, so.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they have great respect for her at this point. Like, she led them in battle, and Paz. You can tell Paz was completely grateful.
Oh yeah.
Because she went out of her way. Not only that, like when the Raptor dropped Ragnar, she sacrificed herself. She essentially put herself in danger to save him.
And then Den caught him, and then so he's like totally on board. He's drinking the Den jar and
even before that
Kool-Aid now.
Even before that, during the when they were gonna eat, around the fire, and Paz Vizsla was just like, "Hey, this is your right.
You're leading the mission.
Yeah, you're leading the hunting party. You get the right to get by the fire.
I can't take off my helmet because we don't know if it's going to be Jon Favreau yet or if it's going to be me. So you're going to have to sit by the fire. Because Pedro ain't here today. Sorry. It's you, Katie. Sorry.
Okay. I'm so excited for the next episode.
What's your rating, James?
I want to give this 9 Naboo yachts to 10 Kelleron Becks, because that was epic to see.
That's a really great way to
see Kelleron Beck. I mean, that's so awesome.
Now, do you think we're going to see him again this season?
I think we will. I
think we're going to get another flashback.
I think we're going to see him tonight. And unfortunately, I think this is going to be what happens to Kelleron Beck.
Here's what I would love.
I don't think he makes it out.
In my beautiful, wonderful, rose-colored fangirling that I do on a regular basis, I would love to see that he's one of the architects of the path, and have them spin off another show and call it The Path, and
Ooh.
have it be about the Jedi who were trying to save the younglings and all the Force sensitive people, and combined with all of the rebels that have infiltrated the Empire.
Wow.
So I think
So
that would be
a
an
show-
amazing show for
A show that would live next to Andor. Like I like Andor that has no Jedi,
yeah.
you know.
I
So it'd be
think
nice to see a show with
if-
Jedi.
Well, yeah, I think if the Acolyte does well, I think we might get a path, because they mentioned it so much in Obi-Wan, and mentioned Quinlan Voss, which is why a lot of people thought he was going to be the one that saved Grogu. So
Right.
you know, I think that I think it's a possibility. I would love to see something like that, even if they decided to do special presentations for Star Wars like they're doing for the MCU. Wouldn't that be an awesome, like 90-minute special presentation? That would be amazing.
Be pretty dope.
You know what? Star Wars celebration is what, next month?
Yeah.
We might get some news. We'll see.
I'm
We'll see.
screaming into the void. Make it happen.
So that's your prediction. We're gonna get a show called The Path or something along those lines.
I may have a theory on that.
I have
You have a
You don't
theory?
even know. You guys
I
don't even
have
know
a
how many theories I have in
I have a
day.
prediction.
Uh-oh,
You got a
here we go.
prediction? Let's hear
You
it.
got to do this on your head. You got.
You know what my prediction is? My prediction is we got merch, people.
People. Good segue. Hats are $35, 30 if you buy multiple hats. We
Oh,
got
here we go.
shirts. Arc, I know we owe you a shirt. We're gonna get you that shirt. So DM us on Instagram at Distance Nerding. Let us know what size, what shirt, what hat you're looking for. Oh my god, I'm dying. I think we have all the sizes, all the things.
for shirts, yes, we have all the sizes.
Nice. So if you want them, they're $20 if you're local here in Sacramento, or $25 if we got to ship it to you. Or if you're clamoring for more Distance Nerdy merch, go check out lucharillas.com
Oh yeah.
and support our buddies over at
Lucharilla.
Lucharillas.
Check out that Lucharillas.
Oh my God! It's Lucharilla.
So dope. They got shirts, they got memory cards, they got bump boxes. What else? Oh, bottle openers. So cool. I need a Nerdorilla in
You
my
know,
life.
everybody needs a bottle opener because you never have one.
Yeah, I
when you
know,
need
right?
one. Never. You never have one when you need one.
And we should be bringing these to Idaho, right? So Gem State Comic Con. So if you're up in Idaho, you want a shirt. What do you prefer? Cash App, Venmo? What do you got, young Phil?
Everything. If you
All the things.
you know what I just got is I got us a Square reader. So we're gonna be
Oh,
able
nice.
to just take any kind of payment that people want to give
Oh,
us.
those are cool. I always thought those are cool. Yeah.
Just plug it into
They're
your
not
phone and it
sus at
goes.
all. They don't look sus at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
right.
yeah. You just plug it into your phone and it takes
Plug it in
chip.
your room. Yeah. That's awesome.
And if you're broke because you spent too much money on autographs, we got free stickers too. So come drop by the Distance Nerding booth at Gem State Comic Con. Is Tyler gonna have Dubby?
We're gonna have W in general. I just bought 3 tubs of the W that I didn't have.
Oh my
So
goodness.
So you know what? And even, come by, buy merch, or just come by and say hi to Jamas and Phil. I mean,
just remember
yeah.
on Saturday and Sunday, the first thing that's going on stage, first panel is going to be us both days, and we're going to be giving away prizes and different kinds of stuff. Maybe we might give away a shirt. You don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
you might get a shirt for free from us.
That's, hey, there you go. And you know what? You can like and subscribe the stream, and you can also do all the other stuff, because I know we're in other things. So leave us a review and like us and tell us we're pretty.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah.
So let's get into the schedule then. So on Mondays, guys, I do a game stream from 8 to 12. Normally from 8 to 12. Now this Monday, I'm not going to be doing a game stream because I had to switch days to go to work, so I can go to Gem State Comic-Con. So I'm going to be working this Monday, but you never know. Maybe I might do one in the afternoon instead of from 8 to 12. Tuesdays, the download, the show you're watching right now, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Catch us live. Remember, the audio version of the show, the audio version that you may be listening to right now, doesn't have everything in it. So, if you want to catch everything that we do, watch us live on Tuesdays. Thursday,
if you want to see our faces, come be
and be part of the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get to vote on all the things that we talk about, right? You get to put in your input, and we will talk about it on the show.
Yep.
Thursdays, the build from 6 to 8, where I build Lego on stream. I'm currently building the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and we interview interesting guests anywhere from cosplayers to celebrities. Speaking of cosplayers, we're going to be interviewing Namor Cosplay this Thursday. So it's the dude with the ridiculously amazing six-pack that plays every version of Namor that you see in every cosplay ever. So he's going to be on the show.
That's awesome. I see him all
awesome.
over Instagram and at premieres and whatnot.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's at premieres. I think he took a picture with the guy that played Namor in the movie, didn't he? Yeah. So and I can't remember his name. I think his last name's Huerta.
Yes, Tino Huerta.
Okay.
I just saw Albie yesterday, our buddy Albie.
Yeah.
And who also dressed up as Namor and was at the premiere. Right next to Namor cosplay, and he was like, "Oh, I love Namor cosplay. I might have to jump in and listen to you guys."
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, you're always welcome whenever you want to come hang out.
I've been inviting him to come on the show because he was in the Mandalorian.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And he did production on Doctor Strange, too.
Right?
You know,
this dude's a wealth of knowledge. What's going on?
And he may be doing some other stuff for other shows that haven't been released yet.
He's always busy, and we've been trying to get him on the show for 2 years. And then we also do our brackets on Thursdays, right? So right now we're doing the March Nerdness brackets. We are voting on the best Sony Fox Marvel movies.
And that's a Cinderella story right there waiting to be told.
Right.
I love it.
So guys, set that reminder, jump in with us, and come and hang out and have all the fun.
And the build doesn't mean we're building walls, because we're very inclusive.
Yes, very, very, very. That's one of my big things. I try to be as inclusive as possible. So,
hey,
unless those walls keep young Phil away from the table.
Don't send us emails. Don't send us any emails. We don't want to hear your emails. I don't want to read it. Don't you send an email to me and say something that you want me to say on the air.
Reverse psychology. I love it.
I know, right?
Why are you saying that? It won't work if you tell them.
Give us your reverse psychology pluggables.
Yeah. Frey, tell people where they can find you outside of Distance Nerding.
Or not find you.
I'm hiding. I am Frey Girl. You can find me here on Tuesdays. On Saturdays, I do the Saturday morning nerd out on KCP. And I guess that's
awesome.
it. I do the New Rockstars break room, which they're taking the month of April off. So there will be no break rooms in April. And then they're coming back with a new set in May. So I will be there modding for that. It's at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm also a mod on their Discord. And I'm a mod on the KCP Discord. I'm a busy girl. A busy girl.
Absolutely are.
I also make time to make those yellow travel biscuits.
Oh, and I can't wait to try them. So excited for that. James, it's on you.
All right. Everything's at Distance Nerding. Everything. And if you want to see me in person, come to Gem State Comic Con.
He's like, I'm just going to end it like that.
It's like lazy man way of plugging. It's everything.
Young Phil, where can they find you?
Ladies and gentlemen, find us all at Distance Nerding everywhere that exists on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, all at Distance Nerding. Now, guys, I talk about it every week, and it's something you can do. If you head over to distancenerding.com, click on the top left corner, you'll see a Join the Taco Party button. You can join the taco party, get us some tacos. If you get tacos to us, that just makes us It makes it so we can do more content for you guys. That's all
It's
it is.
muy caliente.
And pays for a little bit of gas to get us to Idaho.
Exactly. I mean, it's expensive getting gas inside of our vehicles. All right. With that being said, guys, email us. Send us an email at distancenerding@AOL, and we'll read it on air. That's all we want to do is we want to read your emails and we want to read them right on the screen at distancenerding@AOL.
You have to say it again. I'm
That's
sorry.
perfect.
That was funny.
At distancenerding@AOL.com.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, the Distance Nerdington Post. Thanks, everybody, and keep nerding together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the dance party. We are ready for this. Let's have some fun.
Daniel Logan.
Oh, yeah. Living that Gem State life, baby.
Distance nerding.
No, Grogu, no.
See everybody on Thursday.